Assalamu alaikum everyone. Last day of the league stages and here we are bringing you yet another wonderful game of cricket at the Etisalat Shpageeza Cricket League 2025 powered by XBull. The Amo Sharks are taking on the Band-e Amir Dragons. I'm Suhas Vedam. For the pre-show I'm joined by two wonderful guests as always. Ahmed Farad Fidai, very warm welcome, a fine storyteller. Alongside him who carries the same tag and a bit more, Sri Lankan all-rounder former. Welcome Parvez Mahroof.
Thank you.
And today, again a bright sunny day, again a surface that looks similar. Excited for one last blow from the Dragons versus the Amo Sharks?
We are, because always in a league, the last league stage becomes a very important one. Unfortunately not today, both the games probably in my opinion will be a dead rubber, but a lot to play for. Youngsters will be most probably getting a chance, they can showcase their talent. So it's not finished yet and hopefully we'll have 2 games of high quality cricket.
If you have to reflect the way this tournament has been, the league has been for the Dragons, how would you sum it up?
I think it would be a little bit disappointing for them because they had very close games and they only have to blame themselves the way they were not able to finish.
Right.
And if you overall look at how Band-e Amir Dragons been, they have conceded on average 200 runs. That's one area where they'll have to look back and see how they can contain the batters and keep taking wickets.
One thing I like to add what Fidai just said, 200 runs being scored. I think that's the reason why, even yesterday in the all-important game, they won the toss without batting. They wanted to bowl first so that they can't trust the bowlers. So when you have a strong batting side, if you don't have a good bowling side, you'll suffer.
Indeed, and as far as Band-e Amir Dragons are concerned, in terms of their captaincy, Hashmat was excellent in building partnerships, in managing its troops, but when you have to come out of such a loss so quickly in a league of this kind where things come quick and fast as you, is it tough as a skipper?
It is. I think individually he has worked on his game and he's been brilliant. As a batter, he's been brilliant. But again, I think it's again the team balance. They don't have the most strongest bowling lineup. Looking at some of the other side, like the Mid-innings or the Amo Sharks. So when you don't have one side of your coin being, it's not been favoured. Sometimes you want to go the other way around and mess it up. That's what happened. And Mr. Nick Knight scored 260. So overall, it's a forgetful to the league stage for the Band-e Amir Dragons, and hopefully they can finish strong with a win today.
Well, Band-e Amir Dragons would be hoping that the coin falls in their favours to start with, because Amo Sharks are really good at chasing as well. So what would Band-e Amir Dragons do if they win the toss, or will it be Amo Sharks getting the right side of the coin? Let's find out as Devender is alongside the 2 skippers for the all-important coin toss.
It's an amazing day here at the Kabul Cricket Stadium. 2 matches scheduled for today as well. There has been a lot of talk about how the pitches have been behaving here. We have seen low-scoring matches. We have seen high-scoring matches. Historic match played yesterday where 264, the highest score ever in the history of Shpageeza Cricket League, was registered. But this looks a completely different surface today from what we experienced yesterday. There's not much of moisture. It looks more of a dull out in color, and it's been a very well rolled, as you can hear the sound. It's been very well rolled by the pitch curator. No content of moisture in this pitch, and it means that it's good for batting. It's a batting paradise. Not much of assistance for the fast bowlers. The spinners will have a say in the middle overs, but not much. 200 on cards. And batting and bowling, it's not a big concern, because in the first game particularly, both the teams would like to identify their areas and like to express themselves. If they bat with freedom and don't think too much about the surface, I think this is a nice surface to produce some outstanding cricketing shots. Win the toss, bat first of all first, it's up to the captain. But if I am the captain, I would be thinking about batting first today.
Well, actually, that was the story of the surface with Devender, and he says win the toss and choose to bat first. We'll find out that as well in just a moment's time. Gentlemen, thoughts on the surface? Is it something similar to what we have played for all throughout?
I think what we see from the last game, 264, the highest ever score been put on the board by any team in the history of the Shpageeza, you will have a feeling that maybe the wicket is just developing to give something to the batters. The curators wanted more runs on that. So hopefully, yeah, once again, it will be a run-scoring wicket.
The surface changes, and it changes drastically. Yesterday, we saw the lowest tournament score, the league score, and at the same time, we saw the highest league score. What is the curator thinking here?
The good and the bad. I think it's nothing wrong with the pitch. The way, who got out 51?
Both defenders.
Both defenders. They batted horrifically. I mean, some of the shots were played. For example, on the 8th or 9th over, left-arm spinner or right-arm leg spinner was bowling. And Zadran, when 5 wickets were down, came down the track and hits at mid-wicket. So that's an experienced player for you. So Overall, considering all these, I think you cannot blame the pitch. You cannot blame the curator. The pitch was good because the second game, same pitch, Mr. Neknight scored 264, the highest league score in Shpageeza's history. So nothing wrong with the pitch, just the application by the batters of the Bose defenders was poor.
Fidai, do you think the curator is somewhere muttering, if you're going to bowl full tosses, why am I rolling the pitch?
See, that's the key. You bowl a full toss, you get smashed for a 6, and they say, there was something on the wicket. And actually, you got to pitch the ball first to see if what is on the wicket. So, yeah, I think the curator's done a brilliant job to keep the wickets intact. 3 wickets been used throughout this league, and we've seen that the work has been done tremendously well. And the fact that 51 run was the lowest scored in the Shpageeza was only for the Boost defenders to blame themselves. Nothing wrong, I believe, with the wicket.
Indeed. But you know what? Lot went right. Nothing wrong. Lot went right for Amo Sharks Abdullah, who was terrific when he had the ball in hand. Because he knew exactly what lines as he had prepared for the batters, especially with a subdued total. Abdullah Ahmed Zai, 4 for 7 in 3 overs. They needed something of this sort in order to stay in the game, and Boost defenders faltered to chase 129.
I think he's come a long way, Abdullah Ahmed Zai, from last year. He's worked really hard on himself, and this is one thing we want to see in the youngsters, especially fast bowlers for Afghanistan, to work hard, take care of their diet, and just keep pushing themselves. Abdullah Ahmed Zai is increased in pace, and he certainly knows where to bowl, to which type of the bowlers. You see, bowling yorkers and good length to the tail-enders is absolutely amazing.
Maha, the smile is spreading on your face as you were watching that package. What worked for you accordingly?
Ahmed Zai is one of the find of the tournament for me, along with some of the other bowlers. I thought young Bashir Rahman, for me, yes, he's not lit the Shpageeza alight, but I think he has the potential to be one of the best, as well as Abdul Rahman. Yes, he went for some runs. I feel that guy has something in him to succeed in T20 cricket especially. So fast bowling cartel, I think it will look after himself with the heading of Hamid Hassan as the head.
Right.
So everything is intact. So, good to see the fast bowler performing on a pitch where you can find a blade of grass.
Indeed, and I'll tell you what, yet another find of this Etisalat Shpageeza Cricket League 2025. Let's shift our focus towards the Dragons, because yesterday a youngster had done a brilliant job with a bat in hand, sent ahead of Pacha, trying to curb the required rate of 15 and over. There was Haroon, and he was terrific indeed. 40 of 16. It's an innings that he'll remember. Perhaps not at the right side of the result, but one that was a counter-punch in the true sense of the word, Fidai.
I think you need to appreciate how he's shown skill and kind of shots that he generates. He can shuffle across, he can come down the track, he can play it square off the wicket. He's got all the shots in the book, and everyone's been talking so highly of him. It's unfortunate that he didn't get enough opportunity not to be under so much pressure to build an innings, but I think with that 40 of 16, and also a previous better inning of around 30-ish, he's shown what skill he's got.
Indeed. And in that 40 of 16 as well, when you're constantly catching up with the required rate for Rees, you need some momentum from the other end as well. You need that extra pair of hands so that the 15 can be curbed. Otherwise, it gets difficult.
Yeah, I think chasing 260 and you lose the top order, that's the end of the game. But I just hope that young man will get a chance today. If the Dragons bat first or bowl for, it doesn't matter. But when he comes out to bat, give him a chance at number 3, number 4, and showcase his talent.
Interesting. Are you expecting a jump in the order for him in this game as well, Fidai?
I think he loves opening the batting. So if he is given the option to open, will be great. But even if he comes down to bat at number 3 or 4, he's already shown what he can do. So hopefully we will see another brilliant inning like the one we saw of Khalid Taniwal, the only Centurion. Well, Haroon is one to watch out for as well.
Yeah, give him a chance. Simple as that.
Simple as that. And Farviz, it's time now to take you once again, a clone of yours perhaps, with the 2 skippers at the all-important toss.
We have reached the last day of the league stage. It's going to be match number 19. It's a double header coming up. It's going to be against Amo Sharks against Band-e Amir Dragons. Hashmatullah Shahidi, Sharfuddin Ashraf, Zarab Shah Zahir are match referee. Hashmat, you got the coin. Give it a flick, please. Head is the call. It is tail.
First reason is the wicket looks dry, and also we want to give chance to the players who didn't play in all tournament.
Looking at the league stages, you had your moments to get in the top 2, missed out. We must be wanting to correct it and finish on a stronger note.
Yeah, I was talking to the boys also that we should finish well. I think we had a good team, but at some points we didn't play good cricket. That's the reason we didn't finish it on top two. So hopefully that we finish well in this tournament today.
As a team, not so consistent, but as an individual working hard in your game, you must be really thrilled with your performances.
Yeah, I'm happy with the way I performed in this tournament, and I need to improve more, working hard. Inshallah, I will try my best to work harder after this tournament. I know on where I should work after the tournament, so I will try to do that when it's finished.
How many changes?
Just
the changes.
I don't know.
Okay, all the best.
Maybe half of the team.
Good luck. Sharaf, your thoughts on bowling first?
To be honest, we were trying to bowl first because we have a new guys who is playing, who haven't played in the last matches. So we have today opportunity to give them chance, and they take from this chance a good advantage.
On that note, Omar Zai is resting. How many more players are resting?
4 players are resting because it's back-to-back matches, 3 on a row, so it's hard. And 3 more guys is resting, and all boys who are sitting in the bench, they have gotten the chance.
Amo Sharks has been brilliant. Hope you finish the league stage strong.
Inshallah, we will try to win this game as well as how we are playing. So we will try to keep the momentum up.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
Okay, the news out from here is that Band-e Amir Dragons have won the toss. They've elected to bat first.
Right, the Dragons winning the toss and saying they want to put the runs on the board, and wholesale changes for both the sides, but for very different reasons. Amo Sharks want to test out their bench strength before the grand finale. Band-e Amir Dragons, as they bow out, they want to give an opportunity for the youngsters. Not a bad thought at all. Same result, but different thinking.
I think this is a brilliant opportunity for the ones who've been sitting on the bench. They finally get a chance to showcase their skills at Shpageeza. The mojo is that you provide opportunity to the youngsters to show to the world what they got. And I think today we can be looking at that one particular thing out of the 2 games we have today.
Indeed, now that they have to bat first, you're looking for a solid start. You said that there might be a little tinker in the middle order, but the start, that will not change. You're still expecting Sadiq and Shehzad to open?
I think if you ask me, I would get the youngster, Abdullah, Harun to open the batting, give him a chance because he's been wonderful. Yes, okay. Shehzad have done it, he's seen it. So, you know, himself, if he can come down a little bit and let the youngster go. If I'm the coach, I'll make that force change happen for sure. Shahidi will like to continue because, you know, he's been scoring runs. So I don't want to tinker that. But certainly the youngsters to go up top and get a crack.
Fidai, your thoughts, what would be the power play score? Prediction time.
I think it'll be around 60-ish.
60-ish.
Seeing how the wickets been so far.
You want to look at the wickets column as well here?
Probably 1.
Okay. And what about you, Mahan?
So I'm going to go 2. I'm going to go 60 for 2 or 45 for 4.
60 for 2 or 45 for 4. He's given us quite a spectrum there. Well, you know what? We're not too far away from high-octane cricket action as the Amo Sharks are ready to take on the Band-e Amir Dragons. The umpires are already out there, and very soon we'll also figure out who the openers are for Band-e Amir Dragons. Live action coming up. Over to you, Combs.
Good morning, good afternoon and good evening to everyone tuning in to this broadcast. It's coming live from the Kabul Cricket Stadium, the historic venue where they're playing the final day of the league stage here at the Kabul Cricket Stadium, where Band-e Amir Dragons already out of the competition, searching for a consolation victory. Team Amo Sharks continuing to maintain, they look to continue to maintain the winning run. They've been absolutely fabulous. The Amo Sharks, the defending champions, once again reaching into the final in style. There will be some experimentation given the fact that it's about sustaining momentum for the team Amo Sharks, for the team Band-e Amir Dragons, putting across one big performance to cap off this season for the team Band-e Amir Dragons. Hasmat continuing to lead, but change in captaincy for the team Amo Sharks. Sharafuddin Ashraf is leading today, and few changes also inflicted. More opportunities to the young players to participate and showcase their skills in a match where Amo Sharks would love to continue with a winning run in the commentary box, to continue to carry forward the commentary tradition. Devendra Kumar and Ahmed Farad Fidai.
Good morning, Devinder. A consolation game for the Band-e Amir Dragons. And I like the fact that Muhammad Harun has been promoted up the order. I want to see him bat open. I want to see what he can provide with the fact that the two fielders are outside 30-yard circle.
Mohammad Gul, 2 wickets so far into second match. Very impressive, whatever the opportunity that he's got, and he's got the opportunity to perform once again. So they got slip in position. Band-e Amir captain winning the toss and deciding to bat first. Works through the onside. Runs for Siddiq. Runs for Band-e Amir Dragons as well. They are off the mark.
Mohammad Gul with a new ball. That's one thing I want to see. Because one thing, Devinder, we want to see of the fast bowlers, arsenal of Afghanistan, is to show control with the new ball. Yeah, it's full. And Muhammad Harun opens his account. Just about opens his account.
It's a lovely day here at the Kabul Cricket Stadium. Flat pitch. You can see in the scene on the pitch. It means that it's a batting paradise. There will be consistent pace and bounce. Pitch curator made sure that there was no moisture content in the pitch today. He rolled it really well. It's a hard surface. It's a very well rolled surface. Good for batting. No wonder Hashmat winning the toss and deciding to bat first.
And that's a very good line. That's a very good line. That's one line where Siddiq Atal can be troubled. Pitched on the middle. A bit of the movement outside the off stump. And you have Siddiq Atal at trouble.
Just deviating off the seam. Yes, he created the angle, but beautiful seam presentation from Gul. Some seam movement in the first over. The movement is not going to last more. It's about making it count in the first 4 overs. Get as many as wickets possible. That would be the focus.
Oh, once again that teasing line. Mohammad Gul is impressive with the new ball. That's the channel you want the bowlers to bowl at.
Nice carry through to the wicketkeeper. Pitching up, enticing the batter to drive it through the offside. It's not there. That's a brilliant start from Gul.
Yeah, well, I like the fact that the youngsters will get the opportunity in this consolation game for the Band-e Amir Dragons. Also for the Amo Sharks, already qualified to the final. He is asking question, Muhammad Gul, that teasing line. For the time being, Siddiqul Atal seems not to have an answer to that. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Qamar Shams, for instance, today. He's been added to the side. Haroon been promoted up the order is another thing I want to look at. Muhammad Gul bowling with the new ball is something amazing to watch.
Slip in third. Good, accurate bowling from Gul. Fine start to his bowling stint. 2 without loss.
Yeah, well, a side that looks a little different than the other days. Babar once again get a call to play. Muhammad Gul bowled with a new ball. Muhammadullah looked good in that previous outing. Noor will be keeping the wicket, not Ishaq Rahimi today, and will be led by Sharafuddin Ashraf, who's done a good job before Azmatul Amar joined the Amo Sharks. Ijaz Mehri gets the call as well, a middle order batter. So quite new faces to watch out for, Devinder.
Well, it's a challenge playing back-to-back matches in these hot, warm conditions. So it's important to preserve the energy, conserve the energy for the final. That's where they want their most important players rising.
Haroon rises on the bounce. That is good batting technique. What do you predict, Devinder, as far the power play is concerned for the Band-e Amir Dragons?
50. That should be minimum target, given the fact that it's a dry surface. Yes, there's a hardness. Gul started really well, but runs can be scored. You know the batting potential of Siddiq in particular. He would be eyeing to capitalize the power play situation.
Down the leg side, will have to bowl that again. Aftab Alam bowled a slow one straight away. I wonder, if you have a new ball, why would you just not want to see if you are getting any movement straight away, getting into the act, bowling slow ones? What are your thoughts on that, Devinder?
I think on this pitch, they should be bowling quick, as we saw in the first over from Gul. He was getting the ball to bounce. It's a well-rolled pitch. This nice carry through to the wicket keeper. If they land the deliveries in right areas, they can trouble the batters with a bit of bounce as well. Go full throttle. That's a suggestion.
I like the fact that Haroon shuffles this time across, plays this for a single, but I like the intent. You give anything into his arc, and I'm telling you, he is going to go bang bang. Band-e Amir Dragons will be playing for the pride today. They're already out. The two teams playing the final have already been identified. Amo Sharks will take on Messi Ainak Knights on the big final, but as far the Band-e Amir Dragons are concerned, they'll say, well, let's have a late roar from the wounded line.
Change in field now. Third comes inside the ring. Slip, short third, man at backward point, man in the covers on the offside. 3 on the onside, inside the 30-yard ring.
Drives this Siddiqul Athar, will still find the fielder. Haven't been able to hit a single boundary so far.
Contrasting start from Aftab. He's concentrating on taking the pace of the deliveries. He's not providing the pace. On the other hand, Gul was going with pace on.
I want to check for a run out, I guess. Noor has asked the square leg umpire to refer that to the TV umpire. Let's have a look if we've got anything interesting to start our day with.
Brilliant pick up and start.
Come on, Noor, you wanted that in a frame, holding it in one hand, coming in, dislodging the bail. You could have hugged the batter as well, and you still want to send it to the TV umpire?
Sedate start for the team Band-e Amir Dragons after winning the toss and batting first.
Pull goes down to the boundary. First boundary of Band-e Amir Dragons innings and of Haroon's innings as well.
Picks the length early. He's a fine stroke maker. He can drive it down the ground, can hit the shots through the onside. swivel and pulls it in front of square on the offside for 4. Rather onside for 4.
There's no long on, no long off, so that's for taking. That's a leading edge, and that goes between the two fielders. There'll be a couple.
Good sense of determination in running between the wicket. Good delivery once again, producing the leading edge. There's a conscious effort to get boundaries away. The first over from Gul was fantastic. In this over, he started really well up and dropping one shot, hitting it through the onside, getting a couple of runs of leading edge. Now looking to strengthen the offside field. They got the slip has been removed for a change.
4 fielders on the offside. But he'll go down to the leg side. There's a fielder, but we'll only watch it sail. Rather bounce to the boundary.
Then on the boundary at the deep square. Once again, shot from outside the off stump. He picked it up and deposited it to square boundary for 4. This beautiful ball striking from Harun. He's looking so good. 15 without loss.
The points table is a bit of a disappointing story for the Band-e Amir Dragons, who are the runners-up from the last edition. Unfortunately, this time around, they are sitting at number 4. And they are out of the race to the final. Amo Sharks, Messianic Knights, the 2 qualified finalists, both sitting with 10 points each. As for Band-e Amir Dragons are concerned, they will say, let's make this last match one to say more than the entire series and make it a memorable one. Can they do that? That's driven beautifully, but we'll find the fielder.
Siddiq is key, and particularly in this tournament, he is focused on striking from the word go. In general, over the years, we've seen him taking time, get used to the pace and bounce, building his innings and looking to capitalize in the death overs or in the middle overs when the spinners are in operation. But now it's changed in his mindset about striker strike from the word go.
Well, Mohammad Gul has been bowling in that line, and Siddiq seems not to have found the answer yet. Just the previous delivery that he bowled a little fuller, Sharaf was talking to him and probably would have told him just bowl it a little shorter, not that full. And that teasing line outside the off stump is one area where you can trouble Siddiqul Atal, is what may have Sharafuddin, the skipper today for the Amo Sharks, told Mohammad Gul.
Well, we have seen before as well in the Champions Trophy, bowlers troubling early into the innings to Siddiq because of lack of footwork. He's flashing and is beaten again. He's pitching it up, no footwork, just flashing hard. Feet firmly planted. Looking to thrash it through the offside to deliveries which are leaving the left-hander, pitched up deliveries.
I like the fact that Harun walks and talks to Siddiq. You could be a more experienced player, but sometimes from the non-striker end, the kind of understanding you get is what you will want to share with the striker. They've taken a review for the wide. It was a little close call. We'll have to see what the TV umpire adjudicates.
He's creating angle and is taking the ball away from the batter that was within the trim line. So that should not be a problem.
I tell you one thing, Mohammad Gul has already troubled Siddiqul Atal's mindset. Yeah, it's not wide, it's beautiful bowling. It's absolutely into the right channel, not giving away anything to Siddiqul Atal.
Coming back to that discussion of having conversation, junior player telling senior player a century is not enough. Book written by Saurav Ganguly. Smashing it through the onside, along the ground and away to the fence for 4. Good shot from Siddiq. A century is not enough. Account of Ganguly is that he was junior to Sachin Tendulkar, but they used to open the batting together, and he would notice if he would notice something which was indifferent, he would tell him because of friendship and camaraderie and understanding, and about it's a team play, it's not individual play.
Well, you'll also have to blame Mohammad Gul for that delivery. He bowls it a little shorter, gives it where Siddiq likes to pull. Siddiq is a good puller of the ball. So he's put pressure, but he's just given away one freebie. This time around, it's full. It's well bowled. Mohammad Gul has just been troubling Siddiqul Atal, not allowing him any shots, rooms whatsoever, barring that one delivery that he bowled short.
Brilliant. Great consistency. He's pitching it up and he's taking it away from the left-hander. He's been able to beat Siddiq on numerous occasions already. This is fine piece of bowling from Gul, playing on his second match in the competition.
Well, Siddiq hasn't shown that footwork that he usually does. He comes across, he moves forward. Haven't seen that kind of a footwork so far from him. Yeah, that's better. That Siddiqul Atal shows the full face of the bat. Will just be 1, but full mark to the shot. End of the third, 20 without loss. We have a double header today. And first match of the day is Band-e Amir Dragons against the Amo Sharks. And we see the last for the Band-e Amir Dragons, and they are playing for the pride. A consolation win they will rather be looking at, and then they will say, oh right, we may have lost the battle, but let's leave our heads high.
What's extraordinary for team Band-e Amir Dragons that they lost 2 matches of the last delivery of the match. 2 sixes hit in respective matches.
That's Siddiqul Atal. Sends this off too easy. And that's the second boundary of the bat of Siddiqul Atal.
Well, Aftab was concentrating on taking the face off in the previous over to Harun, but it's a different story altogether. Bowling to Siddiq, taking the face off for extra time for Siddiq, and likes to hit it through the onside. A lovely pickup stroke from Siddiq as he moves into double digits.
I think he's gone past that tough time. Mohammad Gul has really troubled him with the new ball. And that shot looked more confident shot. Fuller and driven beautifully. The fielder does a brilliant job to stop that. Again, full mark for the shot. Sharafuddin Ashraf leading from the front in the field.
He's been brilliant, Sharafuddin Ashraf, as a captain. In the absence of Azmatullah Umarzai, also stepping up in crucial matches. Bowling within the power play overs, has taken some excellent catches. If you remember one catch that he took yesterday in the first game. So it's been a good campaign for Sharafuddin Ashraf, leading the side expertly. And once again showing great commitment, and that's how you set the example as captain. Ahmed Fidai.
Well, that's the key. As a skipper, you're given the responsibility and you got to lead from the front. Harun wants a quick run, not to be there.
Well, there has been a lot of talk about the importance of footwork in succeeding as an opener in one-day cricket or test match cricket. There was a lot of talk about Virendra Sehwag when he arrived on the scene, because he was not known for his footwork against the quicks or spinners. He was brilliant, would come down the pitch and smash them to all parts of the ground. But against the quick, but with his hand-eye coordination, different players, some of their different strengths, and they focus more on their strengths and make sure that they maximize their potential. And then some players like Brian Lara, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, expert at using their feet, converting lengths, going forward or coming back.
That's a good confident shot, good drive, straight to the fielder, but still commits to the run. Like the positivity.
Harun is going at the delivery, using his feet, just trying to put the bowler off length. Length is very crucial. Whatever the format, whatever the situation of the game, Aftab has found the length. And that's why it's important from a batting perspective, but he hasn't got the express pace. And that's where they get the opportunity to find a creative solution to it.
That's a little high in the air. The flick of the bat of Siddiqul Atal. Will that go to the boundary? Yes, it does.
He likes to play the flick shot through the onside over mid-wicket as well. Didn't time it that well, otherwise the ball would have raced away to the fence. Just lobbing it over, boundary check. Was in possession of the ball the moment he flicked it back. That's a tremendous work.
I thought it had run down to the boundary. That is brilliant work. Let's see if it touches the boundary cushion. It seems like it does not. Wow, that's amazing field.
Brilliant. Great commitment. That was always traveling to the fence. Two fielders saving runs. 2 runs saved.
8 runs off Aftab Alam's over. Still looking for the first breakthrough. Amo Sharks. Band-e Amir Dragons are 28 without loss after 4.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salam. Uras Bakhair. Band-e Amir Lobdala da Amo Sara. Around Rustai Sialei di Garmeta. Sahar the Mo Band-e Amir o Maspakhin ta Bosta o team spin gar. Tas gatalo Rusta Band-e Amir. तो वहां पाए कड़े नहाविष्टो की कुमजियान न लरी खपैल वैले शु अब्दुल्ला अहमद जे तो पाचवना की तेरवरस सलोर लोबाड़ी सोजवली उष्पग विकेट या गसे पटोले के द्रम सियाले इकोनॉमी द्रेशारी अशपग द्रच दा पटी 20 क्रिकेट के ढेर जबरदस्त बॉलिंग दे जानता नईमा शरफुद्दीन शाकिर हमरा सर दे शॉट सही कसम न दे मेडल शवे फील्डर शता लग सोड़ांदे उर्जीगी बाबर डगर साथ उनके आप दोनों लोडो लेकिन तगीरात खकारी काफ़ी तगीरात खकारी शाकिर से बुरस बखैर
डेरा मनना फजल बिल्कुल लोबा डेरा पजड़ पूरी दा खुद दलता द बंदे आमिर खमारान पहल शकड़े दा खुबल अर्थ को गुरु दुई नन लोबा की बा हारून गुरु छे ओपनिंग तरागले द ब्याहम बिल्कुल अब्दुल्ला मजे को गुरु पर 13 वर्ष हम सलूर विकेट तरला सकड़े दामोन हंगानो पर बरिया की मुहिम रोल वलो बाऊ विकेट टू विकेट स्टंप टू स्टंप तो पाचावना और बल डेर पेस सरे बॉलिंग करे दा कच्चम पता का विश्तंजाय मुड़ डेरे वक्त दासी गुरु चे पेस सरा कम किनु द बेटर आगा बॉल दागा सिना टाइमिंग की जी न चलूरीज़ तजी आशपगीज़ तारू मरु बाउंड्री बांधी कैच तर सर सवेदा खुपरुन अहमद जी डेर पेस सरा बॉलिंग कवा विकेट हम तरला सकड़े दाजल नो पुल आउट टॉप द मिड विकेट बाउंड्री से कदा बांधी पसले पूरी शपगीज़ा डेर आला
तकरार दा सहने गुरु स्लो कटरो आओ خپل لاسونه یې خلاص کړ صدیق الله تعالی او دلته شپږیزه په مډ وکټ باندې لومړی شپږیزه و ټیم باندې امیر لپاره که څه هم څلوريزې له دې وړاندې راغلي دي زبردسته وايډ یار کا لینت
دغه لاین او لین ته که چیرې په پنځم شپږم سټمپ باندې ګوډ لینت باندې توپ اچونه ترسره کړي د صدیق لپاره ستونزې پورته کولی سي اما صدیق یو د نوي بال باندې ډېره ښه لوبه کوي دا ریپلی ګورو بلکل واډیر کرو که څه هم خو د ده که وګورو ما په لیسټې کې یا نورو سیالیو کې فریدون ډېره ښه توپ اچونه ورته ترسره کوله تېر کال که وګورو یعنې دی به هغه یو ځای راګیر کړی و په ټوله کې که وګورو
په هډونو یې دغه بال راغستی خراب بال نشو ورته ویلی خو صدیق الله اتل ډېر په زړه پورې مدیریت که دغه بال او څلورو منډو لپاره دغه بال هم لوبېږي څه یو په زړه پورې ټایمینګ و د صدیق الله پلیسمنټ په زړه پورې
बिल्कुल कते पेस सर बॉल के ब्या बनो स्टम्प टू स्टम्प जे का यार करके प्रॉपर यार कर बैट विले का फुल लेंथ के का शॉर्ट पिच के कते वाय च पेस सर बॉल कोम नु दगा मुहिम नुकात बाद तो पाचौं के लजान सर हो लरी कचीर तत पेस सर बॉलिंग के और खपल रेंज की ने और तो पहुं की सर मरस्त के दाग रेंज तराजी नो आरू मरू शॉट हम तर सर कीजिए
اکوانی میریټ ډیر په زړه پورې د محمد ګل علیزي قیمتي تمام شو عبدالله په 14 منډې راغلي افتاب هم لسونه پورته اکوانی میریټ سره او تغییرات پکې زما باندې که چېرته سوکت وپچونکی رامعرفي شي او بلکل همداسې هم شو شرف الدین په خپله راغی ځکه دواړه داسې بیټران دي اوپنران طبیعي ده چې فاسټ بولران ډېر ښه لوبوي स्पेशली सिद्दीक उल्लाह हारून लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर अब्दुल मशर ऑन साइड थे दगा बाल लवा शॉर्ट स्क्वायर लेग के डगर साथ उनके साथ स्ट्राइक रोटेशन साथ ही पावर प्ले और उसते ओवर दे मेसाइना का अमूल उड़ लवड़ान दे पायलो बाकी दातो सालों की ये विकेट इकोनॉमी होम डेर खदा पदगा विकेटों बांधे काबल क्रिकेट लोबगाली की फील्डिंग के तगीरात लेफ्ट हैंडर लपारा फाइन लेगी होम आगा से दन्ना पर सर्कल के तड़मैन होम वर्ता आगस्ते स्क्वायर लेगी बाहर वसाता वो लॉन्ग ऑन द सिद्दीक लपारा आगा ऑन साइड ना डेर खलूबेगी ऑफ साइड ना होम खलूबेगी कचरा तो वर्ता आगा जी की तो पाचा होने के खो शरफ सर कम जैसा फील्डिंग आगस्ते हो हम आगा से तो पाचा होना हम पाम दगा एरिया बांध कई
बिल्कुल د فیلډینګ مطابق توپ اچونه چې تر سره کوي نو مرو بیا هغه سي د توپون کې سرمرسته نه کیږي چې هغه ښه شاټونه تر سره کوي یا منډې ډېر راوړي دا ځل بیا هم د سلاګ هڅه خو په بشپړه توګه میډل نه سو دلته میس فیلډینګ کیږي په ډیپ باندې 2 منډې ترلاسه کوي قسم د بند امیر خاماران پرون لوبه د دوی لپاره ډیره مهمه وه که چېرته هغه لوبه دوی ګټلې وه نو د پایلوبې لپاره به څه نه څه مخه ورته خلاصه سوې وی خو دلته د مساینه کاتلانو ډیره په زړه پورې توپوهنه وکړه واقعا هم چې د ستایلو وړ وه
او ډیره په زړه پورې لوبونه ده ډېر ښه شاټ سلیکشن پیډون نه دغه بال راواخیسته فاین لیګ فیلډر دننه په سرکل کې و بالاخره په ډیپ کې څلوریزه هارون خان نه یوازې چې غټ سټرایک ریټ سره لوبه کوي چکې شاټونه لري بلکې د ټیکنیک هم وګورو هغه هم ډېر په زړه پورې دی تاسې وګورئ لږ مخکې راغی مړوند استعمال سره دغه بال راواغستو رښتیا هم شاکر که چېرته پرون سیالۍ بند امیر ګټلی وی نو او دلته بیا هم پلیسمنټ په زړه پورې دی بیک فوټ باندې تک روم جوړوله په ډیپ کور باندې څلوریزه
بالکل ریپلی ګورو بال کڅم وکټ ټو وکټ خدای بیک فوټ باندې ولاړی د دوه ډګر ساتونکو مامنځ کې گیپ صحیح ټایمینګ د سیده بیټ سره دغه شاټونه د هارون له بیټ څخه به موږ ګورو که تر څو دی په وشتن ځای باندې دا هم بالکل د شرف همدغه ځانګړنه چې وکټ ټو وکټ ته پاچونه کوي خو دغسې بیټر لکه هارون چې روم جوړولی سي او شپل مومنټ کولی سي نو ښه توپونه کولی سي په دغسې ویشتم ځای 53 بند امیر خماران د شپږ اوره په پای ته رسېدو سره کم زیان نه لري.
53 منډو ترلاسه کول په شپږ اورونو کې بهترینه پیل ویلی شو ځکه وکټ یې هم نه ده ورکړی. عبدالله احمدزی بیا هم راغلی او شپږ اوره د لوبې پای ته رسیږي، پاور پلی پای ته رسیږي، 15 ډګر ساتونکي سرکل نه بهر دي. که چېرته پرون بند امیر سیالۍ ګټلی وی نن به ډیره مهمه وه دغه سیالۍ هم ماسپښین ته هم بوس به هم کوشش کوو چې سپین غر مات کړي سیده بیټ سره. د بند امیر لپاره بل چانس به دا جوړېدو چې د هغوی دغه سیالۍ هم پاتې وه خو میساینک او امو له وړاندې په پای لوبه کې 10 پوینټونو سره
دا ځل بیا هم توپ لوبوي صدیق احمدزي توپ اچونه بهترینه ده لاین او لین د ده لپاره ځکه اړین ده چې د امو نهنګان په دغه لوبه کې که لوبه هم بایلي خو دوی پایلوبې ته لاره پیدا کړې ده. یوازې باید دوی توجه هم دې ته وي چې دوی د پایلوبې لپاره دا یو داسې لوبه ترسره کړي تر څو دوی خپل بیټینګ لاین بالینګ ډپارټمنټ سپین ډپارټمنټ د فاست بالینګ ډپارټمنټ ده وګوري چې څوک په فاینل کې یا په پایلوبه کې ښه کولی سي. هغه لوبغاړي چې دوی 11 سکواډ ته داخلي دغه د دوی لپاره یو ښه فرصت ده چې هغه لوبغاړو ته چانس ورکړي چې هغې ډېر نه دي لوبېدلي یا ډېر لوبې نه دي ترسره کړي. همدا ډول د بند امیر خماران بیا هم د کاټا څخه په بشپړه توګه بیټ سو بیټر هارون که څه هم
نوی بال د خامخا به سپورټ کوي لږ معمولي بونس ډېر کم بونس سره هغه غوښتل چې کټ ته لاړ شي سوچ یې ښه و ځکه پوینټ هم دننه دی کور هم دننه دی یوازې ډیپ کې یو ډګر ساتونکی که چېرته کلیک شوی وی شاید باونډري ترلاسه شوی وی. فول ټاس میډ وکټ کې ډګر ساتونکی شته سټرایک روټیټ کېږي دلته بله منډه هم راځي ښه توپ اچونه ویلو شوې د عبدالله احمدزي په دغه اوور کې 55 منډو ملګرتیا شوي په 140 توپونو باندې په داسې حال کې چې هیڅ لوبغاړی د لاسه نه دی ورکړی یوه شپږیزه 7 ورځې هم راغلي.
دا ځل بیا هم صدیق په سټیټ باندې لوبوي صحیح بالو پیچینګ یې ډېر په زړه پورې و. د پرون لوبه که د احمدزي وګورو عبدالله که د کورني کرکټ یوازې نه خو په دغه سیالیو کې په دې وروستۍ لوبو کې ډېر ښه ځلېدلی ده. د دې ځانګړنه دا ده د هغه مخکې که وګورو د پیس سره بال کاوه فوکس به ټول په پیس باندې یا سرعت باندې و پیچینګ به صحیح نه کېدو خو نن او پرون پیچینګ یې ډېر اعلی کړی دا ځل بالکل لانګان باندې لوبوي بیا هم که وګورو فضل د پیس څخه ډېر کار اخلي کوشش یې دا ده چې پیس سره بالینګ وکړي.
او بدخشان واخان سیمه ښایسته او په زړه پورې انځورونه د افغانستان د بېلابېلو سیمې نړۍ ته ښودل کېږي. ښایسته اوبه او تیر بال نو بال و عبدالله احمدزی به بیا راځي او د تیر بال قیمت به اخلي دا چې قیمت څومره تمامیږي دا به اوس معلومه شي. صدیق الله تل په سټرایک باندې هغه به خامخا خپل لاسونه خلاصوي او ډېر زبردسته بال وخت یې ورنکه بیټر ته چې په آن سایډ باندې دغه بال پک کړي. عبدالله احمد زیر اختیام په ډومestic یو ډېر بهترین نوم دی که ستاسو یاد شي شاکر په تېر 2023 کې د څنګه چې خط وپچونکي د دوی ډېرې ښې پاڼۍ هم کړې وې په غازي امان الله خان کرکټ لوبغالي کې غټې غټې شپږیزې دې کې شک نشته چې هغه ډېر یو بهترین بولر دی خو کولی شي ضرورت په وخت کې غټ هیټ هم وکړي او دلته ډېره ښه توپ اچونه ښه واپس صفر هیټ نه ځان ښه وژغوره او بیا دی یو داسې بیټر چې هغه همیشه غټ سټرایک ریټ سره لوبه ترسره کوي
بالکل بال څه ناڅه لاندې پاته سو که چېرته لوړ وی نو امکان یې درلودی دغسې شاټونه او په دغسې بالونو باندې صدیق کولی سي ښه شاټونه ترسره کړي بال څه ناڅه لاندې پاته سو او دا ځل ایج او دلته کیچ آوټ دارون پاڼې ته د پای ټکیش دی شرف الدین اشرف و چې وکټ یې ترلاسه کړله
تکرار د صحنې غوښتل چې ایکسټرا کور ووهي ایج لګېږي او محمد الله لوګري لاسونو ته ډالۍ او هغه ښه ډېر اسانه ډېره ښه ډالۍ یې قبوله کړه او لومړی وکټ محمد هارون زی ډریسنګ روم ته 1300 وروسته 1900 توپونو وروسته البته 28 منډې وکړلې تېره ورځ یې هم په 1440 منډې کړي وو دغه سیره
मेडल میدان ته منډه کا دلار سے میدان ته اغل ته مډی کیته جی سپرینټ کا اجازه دیکھو سا اخو خیر دلیل شاته ہے ناغدی مولا نه نوزا بس صحیح وہ تو بارے
د ارون وروسته حشمت الله شهیدي که څه هم پرون په لوبه کې هغسې هدف ستر و ښه ونه ځلېدو خو بیا هم هڅه یې کوله یو ځل په توپ باندې هم ولګېدو خو له نیکه مرغه چې ډېر زیات ورته ستونزمن نه و دا ځل صدیق کاتل ته شرف الدین اشرف ښه راتګ دویمه ورکه وګورو وکټ یې هم ترلاسه کړله او تر دا مهاله ډېره په زړه پورې توپ اچونه یې کړې ده سټمپ ټو سټمپ دا د دغسې ویشتن ځایونو لپاره ډېر ضروري او ډېر اړین وي دا ځل کټ او توپ ته یوې منډې لپاره دواړه لیفټ هینډر بیټر که وګورو او لیفټ هم توپ اچونکی ورته توپ اچونه کوي او دواړه نان سټرایکر او سټرایک باندې دواړه چپلاسي توپونکي دي
شهزاد نو نن دغه بل ملګری محمد هارون د صدیق الله اتل سره راغلی و بهترینه توپ اچونه وکټ ټو وکټ شرف ډېر هوښیاره بولر دی او په دغه ټورنمنټ کې روان لیګ کې البته 12 لوبغاړي هم سوځولي دي ستا یو ډېر بهترینه توپ اچونه ده د هغه لپاره یوه پاڼه یې هم ډېر ښه ترسره کړې په توپ وهنه کې او وروستی توپ هم خاموش و اته اورو لوبه پای ته رسیږي 15 منډې دي یو لوبغاړي په زیان باندې حشمت الله شهیدي 294 منډې تر ټولو ډېرې منډې جوړې کړي په روان شپږیزه کرکټ لیګ کې وفي ولا تر اخیل دغه ځوان 292 او پای لوبي د دوی لوبډله وته دا خامخا وکړه چېرته میچ کې وي حتمن به وینو خامخا به منډې زیاتې خالد تڼیوال بل نوم 288 محمد اکرم 216 صدیق الله تل چې دمګړی په کریز باندې دی 211 منډې تر سره کړې دي او په کمنټري باکس کې هم تغیرات سوهاس او ورسره څنګ کې
عبدالله بس عبدالله اجازه
سادات
gets hold of it and well enough. Siddiqullah Atal, the kind of innings he's looking for, has come by. He'll give him a lot of confidence in the next league of his, or the next phase of his. Reads the length early, that's the secret for Siddiq. Took his time, Siddiq. Today took his time before shifting to the next gear. Remember, we talked about this in the pre-match show as well. Both teams have a lot of changes, and for a very different reason. Band-e Amir Dragons would want to board the tournament, having given an opportunity to all the youngsters testing their bench strength. Whereas the Amo Sharks, who already qualified for the grand finale, want to test their bench strength, and this would be a great way of doing so. And of course, give a break to the regulars as well, as they've been on a very tight schedule. This is much better from Babar. Getting a game today, Babar wants to make it count, of course. Every opportunity counts.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Babar, MashaAllah, Babar.
Oh, good delivery. Exactly according to the field offered to him by the skipper, Sharafuddin. And of course, this will be a little tempting for Hashmat to go for that shot because it's one of his favorite shots. And very frustrating to not get runs of that shot. That was a poor line. Had to be punished. The region has changed, but it's 4. Not for the lack of effort. 9 gone, 71 for 1. Etisalat Shpageeza Cricket League 2025 powered by XBull. It's not just about the runs but the wickets as well. And in 8 matches, 12 wickets for Mujibur Rahman. And Sharafuddin Ashraf is mirroring Mujibur Rahman's figures at this stage. Can he get another wicket and move at the top of the tree? Now joined by Naseem Sadat. Welcome. Will he move to the top of the tree? Sharafuddin Ashraf. Right now, Mohammadullah in action.
Good morning, Suhas. Sharafuddin Ashraf is in those 5 bowlers who are leading the wicket taking table with the most wickets, second most wickets, almost equal to Mujib. But let's see at the end of the day, because it is the last day of the first stage matches. Match number 19 and 20 will take place today, and then we will be waiting for the grand finale.
Quietly nudged for a single. And Siddiqullah Atal is someone whose presence itself is very important for Band-e Amir Dragons, especially knowing that they're playing not the regular Sharks, But Sharks, who have also changed a lot of things to give opportunities to the youngsters, test their bench strength.
So Haas matches today will make no difference in the table.
But this shot will make a huge difference in the confidence of Mahmudullah. Sadiq launches this one high and handsome.
Yeah, what a shot that was. Muhammadullah Logari came down the ground and hit it with powerful stroke there, Siddiqul Atal. Yeah, it will bring change in the table, but not at the top two slots, I mean, yes. I mean, the finalists are already settled at the top, Amo Sharks and Misainak.
This is good thinking from Sadiqul Atal. He hasn't targeted the entire over, just one ball of it. Now it's important that Mahmudullah closes this over out well. Hashmat will retain strike. At the halfway stage, the Band-e Amir Dragons 81 for 1. Sadiqul Atal 44 of 34 after his team won the toss and said they want to put the runs on the board. Hashmat, the skipper, 7 of 8 after Harun's departure for 28 of 19. It was quite an exciting innings, and as Parvez mentioned, Band-e Amir Dragons will have a think about giving him an opportunity up top after yesterday's 40 of 16 when he was trying to curb and control the 15 per over run rate. Ahead of Sadiq Pacha, he came out and batted. So today getting an opportunity up top and getting a start but not continuing. Shehzad, Asif, Gulbadin, the proven commodities of Dragons as well, are in and waiting to get the opportunity to make a mark on this game. Band-e Amir Dragons 81 for 1 after 10.
Yeah, Harun Khan once again getting opportunity to open for Band-e Amir Dragons. He's a very good batter. He topped the 3-day tournament of Red Ball, and then he was the second leading scorer in Wakhan National T20, and now he's playing in Shpageeza. Yeah, in different matches he has been in with different positions, sometimes in the middle order and sometimes in the opening. But originally he's an opener batter and bats very well at the top order. It was Sharafuddin Ashraf who broke that opening partnership that was going on very well. Once again, Sharaf should be praised. He's brilliant both with the bat and with the ball. Great all-rounder.
And his leadership skills as well have shown. In the absence of Marzai, he was there, leading the side in Aplam. And once again, despite many of the seniors missing the game because they've already qualified for the grand finale, he said, no, I want to play this one too, to remain in rhythm.
Yeah, almost in half of the matches, around 4 matches, Sharaf led the side, and he led the side very well because they are in the final. And today is a good opportunity for both of the teams to give opportunities to their youngsters who have not been given lots of opportunities during the event. So it's a good day. At least every team would like to have a good finish today, to have some good memories of 10th edition of Shpageeza.
Yes, 6 bowlers used so far, one of them being Ashram himself. He's picked up a wicket and it's been the lone one to pick up a wicket. Will that change? Gul has bowled terrifically. 3.5 is a lovely economy. We've talked about youngsters. Now it's time for veterans to step up. Aftab, who's agreed, of course, to play this game. So, Amo Sharks, despite being someone who's already qualified for the grand finale, they've also maintained the balance of having the youngsters and the experienced in the side for today's game. They don't want to take it lightly anyway.
Yeah, overall, Shpageeza is a very important event, and each and every game has a lot of significance for the skippers, for the team. That's why they are going with the same balance of seniors and youngsters combination. Nobody would like to end their journey with a loss. Everybody would look for a happy ending or an end where they leave the 10th edition of Shpageeza with a victory, so that when they come next year, they think that yes, the last match we played in last edition of Shpageeza, we won that.
Aftab in search of his first wicket, his team's second. Not really well played by Hashmat, and terrific. The average age of Amo Sharks, remember, has dropped down because of so many youngsters included in the side. You will see moments of brilliance and agility on the field, taking nothing away from the seniors, but today prepare for more celerity.
Yeah, Muhammad Gul, Abdullah Mazai, Babar Khan, the leg breaker, Nur Rahman, the wicket keeper, all of them are youngsters playing for Amo Sharks today.
Could you say this is Amo Sharks of Dalian? Can you say that?
MashaAllah, Aftab will bowling Aftab. Dera Aftab will bowling Aftab.
It's been a very good over so far. Miserly, Aftab.
Suhas, I'm sure you would have noticed lots of players, particularly the youngster, because the national stars, we have already seen them on international stage. So could you please tell me one or two names that you are really impressed with their batting skills or bowling skills? That is hit straight and will cross the boundary line for 4 runs. Stylish and timing shot by Siddiqullah Atal.
Wonderful shot. Didn't try to force it. Got it at a comfortable height. The full toss showed it the way. And he's chosen a great area indeed. You can't put a fielder there. Straight as an arrow. Coming back to your question, Sadat. Khalid has impressed me a lot, from 25 for 3 to score that century under pressure, assuming responsibility as he batted with Afsar, who was feeding him the strike, giving him the right advice at the right time. It was just marvellous to see the transformation of a young cricketer through just one inning. Was magical. And also keep an eye out on Allah Noor of both defenders. Yes, Noor Ahmed is a proven commodity. We've talked about his wizardry with spin, but Allah Noor with the bat in hand. He has provided small innings, but very effective innings.
When you talk about Allah Noor, the Noor Ahmed will definitely come to your mind. That's why you make it clear that one is Noor, the Chinaman finger spinner, and another is Allah Noor, the batter, the middle order batter. Yeah, he's a great player. He has played good cricket in domestic events, in red ball, in white ball.
Now the Band-e Amir Dragons, 7.91 the current rate, they'll reach 158, but with 9 wickets in hand, Siddiqullah Atal going strong on the cusp of a half century. They're expecting nothing less than 190. He's got to be very careful when he's giving that much room to Siddiqullah Atal. He's keeping it away from the hitting arc, that's for sure. This was the wrong end that spun further away. In hindsight, it's a good delivery. But it's a risky delivery given the fact that Siddiq loves the mid-wicket region. That'll be his half-century. Siddiqullah Atal, one of the most promising youngsters. He's already started to turn a lot of heads. Even in franchise cricket, a subdued celebration for Siddiqullah Atal as he only sees the bigger picture, not the milestone.
Yeah, very good, well-composed innings from Siddiqullah Atal. No hurry, no wrong shots. A composed one with a little bit celebration. Siddiqullah Atal, come on, you have to celebrate. Our photographer was waiting for your bat. Raise your bat, man.
Let's just say there were 2 Sadats waiting for that celebration.
Exactly, you picked that nicely. You know our photographer Sadat is also there in the ground. 50 of 39 deliveries.
Yes, 4 boundaries, 3 biggies. Hashmat has been putting on the dancing shoes ever so often. Babar, excellently retracting the length on that occasion. What a battle this has been. A young Babar versus a veteran in Hashmat.
Yeah, one thing let me tell you, we got plenty of quality leg spinners. You would have seen, I'm sure you would have watched most of them in this Shpageeza. Khalil Gurbaz, Izharul Haq Naveed, Babar Khan, and many more names that I may not have in the mind right now.
That's massive from Sadiqullah Atal. He stays put and puts the ball away. Long, long way. Needed that 6 because otherwise just 2 runs to the over thus far. Sadiqullah Atal might not have the big muscles to show, but he does have power to clear any boundary in the world. Helped by timing, of course.
Yeah, but he's popular for timing shots, and this one was a power hit by Sadiqullah Atal. Good fielding there. Just had a hand on the ball. And this is the end of over number 12. Band-e Amir Dragons are 96 and they have lost only 1 wicket.
Sadiqullah Atal, 57 of 41 after Haroon's early departure, who did get a start today. Haroon, 28 of 19. Hashmat is playing the second fiddle to Sadiqullah Atal's brilliance with the bat in hand. Shehzad, Asif, Gulbateen, a lot of batting to come indeed for Band-e Amir Dragons. Winning the toss and choosing to bat first, the Band-e Amir Dragons find themselves at 96 for 1 after 12.
ډیره مننه له خپلو دوو همکارانو عبدالله د توپ اچونې لپاره راغی او زه عبدالله د کمنټرۍ دپاره. عبدالله د تېرې ورځې اتل لوبغاړی دی د امو لوبډلې لپاره. 2 مهم پوینټونه یې ترلاسه کړه او درجه بندۍ سر ته راغلله او په همدې سره دوی پایلوبۍ ته هم لاره پیدا کړه. په وروستیو کې ډیره ښه توپ اچونه ترسره کړه. تسله ستړی مه شي.
مننه سهاک کور ودان. یوه په زړه پورې لوبه جریان لري. څومره یو ښایسته بال، څومره په زړه پورې بال د عبدالله له لورې. دا ځوان ارزښتناکه پانګه ده او ډېر په عالي انداز سره بالینګ ترسره کوي. حشمت په 9 منډو لوبه کوي. د زیاتو منډو جوړونکو د لوبغاړو په قطار کې لومړی مقام هم اخیستی ده او ملګرتیا که وګورو د دواړو ترمنځ ډېره په زړه پورې ملګرتیا شوې ده. په 31 توپونو 9 ته منډې رسیږي د دوی ملګرتیا. څه یو بهترینه بال یو ځل بیا پیس سره سوینګ، آوټ سوینګ، ان سوینګ، چینج بالونه د عبدالله په روانه ور کې شته دي. مخکې پیچ کړ دغه بال او سیده د وکټ کیپر تر ګوتو رسیږي. رښتیا هم د دغسې 2 لوبغاړو چې سیټ شوي دي په وکټ پاتې شوي دي، بال میس کول یا بال له دوی تیرول رښتیا هم سخته وي، خو عبدالله ښکلی بال ترسره کړی.
واو څومره په زړه پورې شاټ او بال د شپږو منډو لپاره لوبیږي. حشمت الله شهیدي یو څه ډېر توپونه لوبولي وو، منډې کمې وې، خو دلته په دغه شپږیزې سره که وګورو څومره په زړه پورې کټ او دلته که بیا د دې زاویې نه وګورو له دې کمرې نه او عموما د تړمین او د سکویر لیګ یا فاین لیګ بونډیانې چې دي دا په کابل ملي کرکټ لوبغالي کې لنډې وي، هماغه وي چې د توپ له چټکتیا څخه په استفادې باندې توپ وهونکي کولی شي 6 منډې جوړې کړي یا هم 4 منډې راشي. نو هماغه و چې معمولی د بیټ او د بال هغه د تماس په نتیجه کې 6 منډې راغللې.
بالکل وروستی بال به ترسره کیږي د عبدالله له لوري له شپږیزې وروسته بیا هم ښه راتګ وي واسې یوه منډه ترلاسه کړه خو صدیق چې له پایله ولاړ دی بیا هم دغه بال لوبوي د یوې منډې چانس شته په چټکۍ سره یوه بله منډه هم ترلاسه کیږي دلته 14 اوور هم د لوبې پای ته رسیږي 14 اوور وروسته 105 منډې بند امیر لوبډلې ترلاسه کړي دي دوی یو لوبغاړی له لاسه ورکړی په 58 منډو کې دوی خپله لومړنۍ ویکټ له لاسه ورکړې وه او 8.0 کې رن ریټ د منډو روان دی په 15 توپونو 40 پارټنرشپ یا ملګرتیا مکملیږي
دا هم د بند امیر خامارانو له لوري 32 توپونه تر اوسه مس کړي دي 29 یوه منډه جوړه شوې ده او درې ځل دوه چټکې منډې دوی ترسره کړي دي یعنې که وګورو او دلته د قدمونو استعمال بابر ته ښه راغلاست وایي صدیق الله اتل بال د 6 منډو لپاره لوبیږي
بالکل ډاون د وکټ راځي فوټوارک د صدیق اتل څو په زړه پورې شاټ او نتیجه هم 6 منډې د بیټ په خوله کې دغه بال راځي او بال د 6 منډو لپاره له بونډرۍ څخه بهر لیږي څومره یو عالي راخیستنه ده د صدیق الله اتل له لوري او لا هم خپلې په زړه پورې لوبې ته دوام ورکوي صدیق الله اتل ځوانه هستي ارزښتناکه پانګه د افغانستان په کرکټ کې او یو ځل بیا هم خپل 2 قدمه بال پسې راوړاندې سر په سر یو ځل بیا بال له بونډرۍ څخه بهر د 6 منډو لپاره
یو لنډ مجلس پکار دی د شرف الدین اشرف او د بابر تر څو دغه ځوان لوبغاړی د صدیق الله اتل پر وړاندې خپل پلان چینج کی که چیرته مشوره نه وي نو د ننګیال خروټي او د فرمان صافي د تیرې ورځې دا ور په شان شاهدان به واوسو شرف راغی او مشوره یې ورکړله وګورو چې هیټریک ترسره کوي که نه صدیق اتل او دلته خطو پچونه ځکه د صدیق اتل وړتیا ته په کتو باندې د یو ځل په 20 ورځې سیالۍ کې 7 شپږیزې هم ترسره کړې وې هغه یو خصوصي لیګ او د کینلاسي توپچونکي سوکه توپچونکی و خو بابر د افغانستان د کورني کرکټ د سوکه توپچونکو له جملې یو نسبي ښه نوم دی ځکه په هغه سطحه باندې چې زارالحق نوید دی یا مثلا عرب ګل مومن دی دی هم ښه دی
بالکل بیا هم بال لوبیږي هلته فیلډر هڅه کوي خو ناکامه هڅه او بال د 4 منډو لپاره له بونډرۍ څخه بهر ځي دا ځل اشمت بال د 4 منډو لپاره له بونډرۍ څخه بهر ولېږه څومره په ښه انداز سره راواخیسته دغه بال د کور فیلډر ډیپ په سرکل کې ودرول شوی و او بال 4 منډو ته ځي وروستی بال به ترسره کیږي حشمت ملګرتیا له صدیق اتل سره ډېره په زړه پورې ملګرتیا کړې ده حشمت که وګورو یو څه سلو لوبه کوي خو صدیق اتل بیا چټکه منډه کوي چټک بیټینګ کوي او یو ځل بیا بال له بونډرۍ څخه بهر ګورو او 4 منډې څه د منډو ډک اور د بندي امیر لپاره 2 څلوریزې 2 شپږیزې یوه سنګل او یوازې یو بال میس شوی
21 منډې په دغه اور کې راغللې د بابر چې 14 منډې صدیق الله اتل ترسره کړلې وه. 8 منډې 2 پرله پسې شپږیزې او 2 پرله پسې څلوریزې شاملې وې. 106 یو لوبغاړی بند امیر له لاسه ورکړی. 14 اورونه پای ته ورسېدل.
یو ځل بیا هم د 15 اوور په موخه محمد ګل انتخابیږي. بال د یوې منډې لپاره لوبیږي. محمد ګل د خپل لوبډلې لپاره روانه سیالۍ کې ډېر په زړه پورې بالینګ ترسره کړی. 2 اورونو کې یوازې 7 منډې ورکړي. که څه هم وکټ نه ترلاسه کړي خو په ښه اکانومي سره د بال ترسره کړی دی او د قد د پاس بال لپاره ډېر ښه جوړ دی. لوړ قد لري او ښکلی بالینګ هم تر دې وخته ترسره کړی. خو د دواړو صدیق اتل او حشمت ملګرتیا 9 شپېتو منډو ته رسیږي چې دا ملګرتیا لوړه ملګرتیا ده.
لین و لین سره خطو پچونه. که چیرته شرف په پاور پلی کې 3 اوور د محمد ګل ترسره کړی وای موږ ولیدل په نوي توپ باندې د توپونه ډېر ښه ول د صدیق الله اتل پر وړاندې. نو موږ لیدلی دي چې که چیرته په پیل کې صدیق الله اتل اوټیږي نو چټکو توپ اچوونکو پر وړاندې موږ د یمین احمدزي توپ اچونه یادولی شو. نو محمد ګل که چیرته هلته یو اور ترسره کړی وی د موږ لپاره به ډېره ښه وه او دلته فول ټاس هم و خو کور کې مسټر ناټ آوټ سمیع الله شینواری چې د افغانستان د کرکټ د تاریخ یو له تر ټولو ښه ډګر ساتونکی او یو ښه آلراونډر لوبغاړی.
بالکل XBull هغه جایزې چې چاته چې دغه XBull کې جایزه وزن ورکول کېږي به صدیق الله اتل بیا هم چمتو دی. د تر دې وخته ښه بیټینګ ترسره کړی. بیا هم د چټکې منډې هڅه کېږي. یوه بله منډه هم ترلاسه کېږي. محمد ګل روانه ورکړي. بیا هم ډېر ښه روان دی او وړاندې 2 اورونه هم ډېر عالي اورونه ترسره کړي وو. که وګورو بند امیر لوبډلې تر دې وخته 11 څلوریزې 7 شپږیزې ترلاسه کړي دي. دوی 34 بالونه ډاټس کړي یا میس کړي دي.
همداسې د محمد ګل نه پوهېږم سترګه کې څه شی غورځېدلی دی او که څنګه. هیله ده چې ستونزه جدي نه وي او بیرته به توپ اچونه ترسره کوي. د محمد ګل په توپ اچونه کې غږېږو که وکټ یې نه ده ترلاسه کړې په ډېرې کمې اکانومۍ سره یې توپ اچونه ترسره کړې ده په نوي توپ باندې. اوس په زوړ توپ باندې د لین و لینت دغه تیر بال سلو شارټ پچو د چټک توپونه. نو محمد ګل علیزی تیر کال هم له امو نهنګانو لوبډلې سره لوبېده. د فضل حق فاروقي تر څنګ یې وکولی شول چې امو نهنګانو لوبډله د لومړي ځل لپاره اتله کي او په 10م پړاو کې هم دوی هڅه کوي چې دوهم اتلولي ترلاسه کړي. خو دا چې مساینک لوبډله به یې د دویمې اتلولۍ لپاره پرېږدي که څنګه وخت به ثابته کړي.
بالکل محمد ګل وروستی بال ترسره کوي. روان اور ډېر په زړه پورې ترسره کړی. ډېر ښه روان ساتلی. که وګورو د دغسې که څه هم وکټ نه ترلاسه کړي خو د دغسې 2 لوبغاړو په وړاندې دومره په زړه پورې بال ترسره کول رښتیا هم د ستایلو دی. شپږیزه او څلوریزه تر دې وخته نه ده ورکړي روانه اور کې او په ډېرې ښې اکانومۍ سره د بال ترسره کړی دی. دا ځل سیده بالر ته بال لوبیږي. بیا هم د منډې چانس نشته. 15 اورونه د لوبې پای ته رسیږي. بند امیر 130 منډې ترلاسه کړي. یو لوبغاړی له لاسه ورکړی. محمد ګل خپل 3م کامیاب اور هم پای ته ورسو. 3 اورونو کې یوازې 11 منډې ورکړي دي. که وکټ نه ترلاسه کړي خو بهترین او په ښه اکانومي سره بال ترسره کړی.
په پاور پلی کې بند امیر 53 منډې جوړې کړې وې، کومه وکټ یې له لاسه نه ورکړې. د 9 اور نه تر 15 یعنې 13 اور پورې دوی 28 منډې جوړې کړې. یوازې یو لوبغاړی هارون خان دوی له لاسه ورکړی دی او لوبډل مشر شرف الدین د نوموړي وکټ ترلاسه کړې ده. د محمد ګل یو اور، د آفتاب علم یو اور او د عبدالله احمدزي یو اور چې 3 اورونه کېږي. 3 اورونه به د چټکو توپ اچوونکو پاتې دي. آفتاب به خپل وروستی اور کوي. نو یو اور فکر کوم دوی شارټ کېږي چې راتلونکو اورونو کې به 100 توپ اچوونکی راځي. نو د بند امیر د توپ وهونکو ته په کتو باندې به ډېرې منډې پکې راځي.
بلکل که دوی همدغسې ځي له 101 پورې هدف ورکولی شي مقابل لوبډلې ته چې دا به یو ښه هدف وي. بیا هم صدیق یوه منډه ترلاسه کوي. نن لوبه کې د صدیق الله اتل لوبېدل ډېر عالي دي. د فوټ ورک، بیک فوټ، فرنٹ فوټ، ډاون د وکټ، شارټ سلیکشن، د میدان هر اړخ ته لوبه چې ده وکوله، مختلف شاټونه ترلاسه کړل، شپږیزې، څلوریزې، ډبل او سنګل، او څومره په اعتماد سره لوبېږي دا ځوان لوبغاړی، څومره باوري لوبېږي په نن لوبه کې. بیا هم
که چېرته شرف سمیع الله شینواری ټرای کړی وی د بابر پر ځای باندې یو اور هغه ترسره کړی وی سمیع الله شینواري، نو دلته به یې د یو چټک توپ اچوونکي اور درلودی، یا که ښه توپ اچونه ترسره کړی وی سمیع 2 اورونه ترسره کړی وی. نو وروستي 15 اورونه به چټکو توپ اچوونکو ترسره کړي وی چې د بند امیر لوبډله به نه وای پرېښی چې ډېرې منډې جوړې کړي. خو لا هم وخت شته او وبګورو چې دوی څومره هدف ټاکي.
بلکل 8.250 کې رن ریټ د منډو روان دی. آفتاب خپل 5م بال ترسره، البته 4م بال ترسره کوي. بیا هم یوه چټکه منډه ترلاسه کیږي، خو روان اور ډېر ښه بالینګ ترسره کړی دی آفتاب. په 4 بالونو یوازې 3 منډې ورکړي دي. په 25 28 ماته او په 51 پنځاویه صدیق او په 51 منډو 15 منډې پارټنرشپ یا ملګرتیا شوې ده دغه دواړو لوبغاړو ترمنځ، او لا هم دغه ملګرتیا غځېږي. صدیق شپږیزې او څلوریزې بیټ کې شاملې دي. د شاټ هڅه کېږي او کیچ ترلاسه کوي. دلته مهمه وکټ ترلاسه کړه او د صدیق الله اتل لوبه همدلته پای ته رسېږي. آفتاب عالم روان اور ډېر په زړه پورې پیل کړی و، ښه اور یې پیل کړی و او یوه مهمه وکټ د چټکو منډو مخه ونیوه او دغه وکټ ترلاسه کوي.
له دومره اوږد بیټنګ وروسته د توپ وهونکي اوټېدل واقعا د پوښتنې یا هم باید څلیزې ته تللی وای، خو د آفتاب عالم سلو شارټ پیچ توپ اول ته ښه ډګر ساتنه هغسې دي چې دلته صدیق الله اتل خپله وکټ له لاسه ورکړه. عمران میر چې یو له ښو ډګر ساتونکو څخه دی د امو نهنګانو د لوبډلې، او صدیق اتل خپله وکټ له لاسه ورکړله او نوی توپ وهونکی آصف موسازی راغلی دی تر څو د حشمت الله شهیدي سره توپ وهنه ترسره کړي. دوی دومره اوږد بیټنګ لاین اپ لري چې کوچنګ سټاف او لوبډل مشر به هم حیران وي چې رحمان الله زادران، آصف موسازی، صدیق باچا، ننګیال خروټی، ګلبدین نایب کوم یو به د توپ وهنې لپاره ځي، خو آصف موسازی راغلی تر څو توپ وهنه ترسره کړي. لومړی وکټ په 55 منډو، دویمه وکټ په 133 منډو. او نن چانس وو سیده قتل سره چې سلیزه جوړه کی، خو آفتاب عالم له خپلې تجربې څخه په استفادې سلو شاټ پچ تر سره کړه. دا چټک توپ ته په تمه و، هماغه و چې په مډ وکټ کې خپله وکټ له لاسه ورکړه کیچ آوټ نتیجه کې. او دلته څو قدمه وړاندې راځي او بال د 4 منډو لپاره لوبیږي. څخه پیل د آصف موسازي له لوري او 14 اورونه پای ته ورسېدل. 130 بند امیر 2 لوبغاړي له لاسه ورکړي. کمنټري باکس کې هم تغییر، البته کمنټري باکس غږونو کې سوهاس احمد فرهاد فدایي.
Greetings, Suhas. Strike rate of 144.75 for Siddiqullah Atal, who had the intention to score big, go past his previous best of 89 that he'd scored back in 2024. He will have to come back in 2026 to go past that, maybe. Not to be this time. But what an innings of substance that. I thought the wicket was not as easy to bat on. There was some grips, some assistance to the bowler, particularly the slow bowlers. Sharafuddin Ashraf getting that first wicket. Babar looked good, bowling that one over. And then slow deliveries of the fast bowlers, hitting deck hard and just bowling those cutters. Seeing the back of Siddiqullah Atal. You always ask us about predictions. Ask you, Suhas, put you on the spot. How many will Band-e Amir Dragons be able to get? It's 4 overs left.
189. Not if it's going to hand like this. Hashmat's back in the hut. Ashraf roars, and why not?
Spinners have been enjoying their day. Sharaf breaks a newly built partnership, only 4 runs after that 75-run partnership been broken. That was in the slot. You will think that maybe left-hand batter, left-arm bowler, you may just want to smash it. Doesn't get the distance. What a brilliant take that. Isa Khail takes a good catch. 28 of 26, 137 for 3. So Haas, I always hear this, 1 brings 2, 2 brings 3. Siddiq was out.
Yeah, he started moving late, but he was still able to cover up. That's Isakil's fitness for you.
Inspired from his father, Muhammad Nabi Isa Khail, very young at the age of 40, 41 I guess. Abdul Hadi gets his first match, I guess. Left-hand batter for the Band-e Amir Dragons comes down to bat. Well, the platform is set, 137. The problem is two new batters out at the crease. So the partnership of 75 broken at a very wrong time from the Band-e Amir viewpoint. Abdul Hadi smashes this high in the air. The fielder coming underneath, but will only sail it high above his head. What a way to open your account and start your runs at the Shpageeza Cricket League.
It's a shot of a man who has been telling the world I was yearning for an opportunity. Gets one. Second delivery. Posted. Half a dozen. It's a good looking shot as well. No half measures there for the youngster.
Smart thinking that Sharaf bowling, so they send the left hand Abdul Hadi out to bat. And he capitalizes on that and he smashes the first one. of his boundaries for a maximum.
I have a question for you. Band-e Amir Dragons, they're playing Shehzad, they're playing Hadi. Whom are you going to see behind the wickets with the gloves?
I think it'll be Mohammad Shahzad. Most probably. Bowls this fuller. Asif Musazai will just play it quietly for a single, because when you have a partner who is striking it like that, you may just want to put him on the strike. 8 runs off that over. Last ball. And he slogs this. It's in the air. Will just be one. Didn't get the timing behind it. Didn't get the power. Will still take run. 9 runs off that wicket taken over. It's 146 for 3. Got it back, and now back Sharafuddin Ashraf with 13 to his name. Spinners are enjoying their day at the Shpageeza Cricket League. Spinner, spinner, spinner. Down at the bottom is a fast ball, a medium fast ball from Mamla Sami, especially with 5 consecutive sixes yesterday against Band-e Amir Dragons. Mohammad Gul is bowled really well with the new ball, and even his second spell been brilliant. He's only given away 11 runs. He hasn't taken a wicket, but he definitely deserved when the way he bowled early on with the new ball. Will bowl out last over.
White ball.
The idea of Gul is right to keep it away from the hitting arm, but not too much away. No chance for the batter. He let it go. Hadi and Asif, 2 new men at the crease. Exactly what the Sharks wanted, especially when the Dragons are trying to up the ante. Get that big finish.
If I'm playing with one of those teams, I'd say thank you. Finally, I get my chance to bat or to bowl or to showcase my skills. That is what Shpageeza Cricket League offers to these youngsters. Mohammad Gul to Asif Musazai. Good bowling. They have really shown variation their fast bowlers after that one. Really interesting, especially as he waited. Yeah. Still hit it and couldn't get the timing behind that.
I think the idea is to bowl slower than the batter is expecting.
I think the idea is to ask the batter, just bring all the force you got. I ain't giving you anything.
Yeah, use your power, try and get out of shape while doing so. Then the ball stands right up in the air. That's a nice way of getting batters out.
बाबा डेढ़ फ्लो है वो का जंग दे ले यार सारा
particularly of in along with him is Khalid Taniwal. Also Band-e Amir Dragons, Nangyal Kharorai, Siddiqullah Paja. That has been the highlight for me.
Good slower delivery once again. In an era where there are so many different kinds of slower deliveries, Gul has perfected. Oh well. He's been warned here. You can't get into the danger area. I thought for a moment he's sticking his hand out to signal no ball. No, I'm neutral.
I just want to make sure that the Amo Sharks dugout listen to this. Suhas won. The Amo Shark bowler being hit for 6 or 4.
Did get some bat in it. And a single, of course. I'll tell you what. You are sowing dragon's teeth by saying that I'm siding with the side. No.
But on a serious note, Suhas, I think Mohammad Gul is bowled really well. He will get bowled out like 4 overs, 17 runs so far. One more delivery to bowl, but he's really impressed today. The way he's bowled with the new ball, the channel he was bowling, the teasing line to the like of Siddiqullah Adal, giving him nothing. And then the way he's come back and bowled these last 2 overs.
Yeah!
He finishes with a dot. He actually takes the wicket. He doesn't finish with a dot. He finishes with a wicket. Well deserved wicket.
He was persistent with his plan of not providing pace at all. And it works. The fans enjoy every moment of this. And the Dragons don't, as they lose their 4th wicket. Very impressive goal and very persistent. It's a great comeback by the Amo Sharks indeed. Because the ball hasn't gone up in the air. The only thing to have gone up right now is the drone.
Now it does. You asked for it. Amo Sharks, this is the man. He does not want you guys to contain the batters. He wants action and entertainment. And why not? We all want action and entertainment. Abdul Hadi and Asif. How many more can they get? Just one bounce. To your disappointment, Suhas.
I'll tell you what, it's a fantastic debate to have as far as a batter is concerned, if it's a 4 or a 6, because he knows he's gained the confidence from that shot. That's much required. And he's entered double figures as well, Hadi. Once upon a time, we used to ask fielders.
And I want to think about it. Who among the fielders would be so honest to tell you the truth? So many will not.
Based on my experiences in Pagman, there is a certain Ahmed Farad Fidai.
I won't tell. Nobody does. That's a boundary. 1 4 and a 6 to Abdul Hadi. He's been batting on 16 of 9. He's got 9 more deliveries. How many more can he get? Can he make a name for himself out of this small middle cameo that he is generating?
Abdullah has resorted to the slower deliveries now. He's borrowing a leaf out of his friend's book.
I think that is the way. I think moving forward into the final game, I think that would be one thing. I'll be keenly looking at how the fast bowlers bowl, and we know West Highland Knights have got good fast bowlers, and so have the Amo Sharks, led by Azmatullah Umar. Mohammad Gul, for instance, been absolutely outstanding. Abdullah Ahmad took 4 wickets in the last outing against both defenders, destroyed the batting lineup of both defenders. So quite an interesting thing to have a look at. Was it full block hole? It will be a dot. Abdullah Ahmad, another young prospect. How improved he has come back into the Shpageeza Cricket League since last year?
I think your thoughts would be something that will better serve this question. Reason being, you covered that too, and you had a close look, and you know the transformation this player has gone through as well.
I think he's bowling with more energy. Right. Bowling into the good line, good length, putting his heart behind every delivery he's bowling. And look at Samiullah Shinwari out of nowhere. He tells us why we are not talking about it, because he's got a direct hit at the wicket. Vintage Samiullah Shinwari.
I think that throw is suggesting don't call me vintage as yet. A terrific 49 yesterday. Now comes to the party with good moments on the field. That's gone. It's a run. He'll continue all the way to the dugout.
The show stealer, isn't that? Samiullah Shinwari. The show stealer, isn't that? Samiullah Shinwari.
One of the easiest for the third umpire. And now and then the third umpire wouldn't mind a decision of this kind, where he doesn't have to go back to many angles. That's the end of Asif. Gone for a duck. 157 for 5.
And guess who comes down to come and bat for the remainder of the night? 8 deliveries. Shahzad Muhammadi. Abdul Hadi, please put him on strike. Well, he says, I think I can still do my job. Another boundary to Abdul Hadi. He's seriously been enjoying his little time out in the middle.
The umpire was in the line of fire. He created a ruckus at the non-strikers end for a moment. Shahzad going sideways, umpire twisting, turning to evade that ball.
If that is a single, the crowd won't like it. It is a single of the last delivery. Abdul Hadi will keep the strike. Shahzad will just still be of the non-striker end. 162 for 5 after 19. Pick at the bowler, Sharafuddin Ashraf, the top wicket taker for a reason. The economy around 7.5. 3 overs, 22 runs, 2 wickets to him. Crucial wicket of Harun early on. And also later on of the skipper Rashmatullah Shaheedi. After that 75-run partnership, Band-e Amir Dragons been searching for another small partnership. Only 6 more deliveries to be bowled, and Sharafuddin will be bowling the last over. You happy with Sharaf bowling the last over, Sohas?
Certainly backs himself, and he's got his plans clear. But Hadi has cleared the boundary with ease.
The reason why I ask is Abdul Hadi is batting well. He's a left-hand batter, and he's a left-arm bowler. And we already saw Farmanullah Safi taking Nangyal Kharote to the cleaners. 4 sixes on the trot. So kind of decision maybe. But we'll have to see. Only 1 6 won't do justice to us talking about it here. Bowls it, fires this, and this is high in the end. This is the second 6 of the over. Sharafuddin, you might want to reconsider your decision.
Massive, or the margin of error very, very small when you're bowling to Hadi. Talk about grabbing the opportunity. Fidai.
Well, I think the reason why he's come to bowl is because Babar and Muhammadullah, the two less experienced bowlers, I believe, and is the reason why he's decided to come. But striker of 242, he's loving it, Abdul Hadi.
Last time after 2 sixes, Ashraf picked up a wicket, and Jannat knows.
Well, this is high in the air. This is a good call, but that's just one bounce short of the fielder running in. Are you satisfied after seeing 2 sixes being smashed off the Amo Sharks bowlers?
Why are you pitting me against the Sharks? No, I'm still neutral. But I'll tell you what, entertaining cricket is what we've signed up for, and Etisalat Shpageeza Cricket League 2025 is providing that.
And Abdul Hadi has played a good hand here. And he's pushing for the second. Shahzad will still make it.
This is the most unlike Shahzad outing ever. He pads up, he walks to the middle, and his partner is making him run and not giving him strike at all.
Absolutely, but I just want to come to that point. Come the Band-e Amir Dragons bowlers, and then come you will still want big hits and sixes. So you want entertaining cricket, isn't that? Abdul Hadi on strike, 38 of 16. This is full. And finally Shahzad is on strike for the last ball of the Band-e Amir Dragons innings.
The man who ever so often has faced the first ball of an innings now gets to face his first as the last ball.
Oh, that's so poetic. That's so good, Suhas. How do you put together words like that? I'm just so amazed.
Try being a Sharks fan. 8 games, 188 runs, strike rate of 143.5, but he will take no less than 600 strike rate at the end of this innings.
Well, only time will tell. The field has changed. Sharaf wants some change in the field, sending the deep... Alright, where is he got? Deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, and deep extra cover. Shahzad Muhammadi, last ball of the innings, into the arc. He smashes at that, but that's only high in the air for a taking. And his shelt is dropped. Very anticlimax. Sharaf misses on another wicket-taking opportunity, but 180 for 5 is how many they can finally get in their allotted 20 overs.
This should have been taken. It doesn't get easier than this. He never looked settled underneath this one, and the second opportunity was way too far. Sharafuddin has been robbed of a wicket of the last ball. Shahzad gets the run and evades a duck. 180 is what the Dragons have managed. At the end of their allotted 20, 181 would be the mission that Sharks would be on.
189 is what you had called. 180 you'll be very happy with. It's very nice to see your predictions coming close. Pick up the batter, Siddiqul Atal, 75. Got out at a very wrong time, you'll say. Could have converted into a big 100. Haroon and Hashmat scoring 28 each. Abdul Hadi is what you would say why they were able to get 180 is because he got 39 of 17, striking at 229, smashing 3 sixes and 2 fours.
And despite 18 runs in that over, Sharaf comes back with 2 wickets overall. A little expensive, yes. The problems arose for him as a skipper when he realized that Abdullah has gone for runs and not returned with any. Babar has gone for runs and not returned with any wickets. That's why he had to assume that his extra bit of responsibility in a game which was also about giving opportunity to the youngsters. A wicket each for Aftab and Gul.
180 look good runs on this wicket. I think there was some help for the bowlers, with the fast bowlers and spinners getting some grip on that track. So it'll be an interesting chase when the Amo Sharks come back to chase 181. And this is what transpired. Siddiqul Atal, Haroon Khan came down to open the innings. It was a safe power play, didn't lose any wicket, and did see some shots despite some great bowling from Muhammad Gul. Gul bowled well, and Sharaf came into the attack and got the wicket of Haroon Khan then. Then that was 75-run partnership between the skipper Hashmatullah Shahidi and Siddiqul Atal. Some really good shots. That coming down the track against Muhammadullah was one to see, and that drive was even better.
Indeed, and Siddiq had to continue his merry way because he's been given the license to do so as well. Hasn't he been excellent in using his feet to the spinners, especially towards the second half of his innings? There was 100 for the taking, and he knows that in hindsight. It was such a marvellous innings with a subdued celebration of his half-century, proving to the world that he sees only the bigger picture. But a shot that he'll definitely not be proud of is brought the end of his innings. Hashmat fell almost immediately. This was Asa Hill's brilliance on the field. they needed another partnership, which was just not coming by. As Gul was keeping it away from the hitting arc, picking up wickets. Aftab picked up a wicket too. And Samuel Ashinwari. Ever so often he'll tell you he's got it in him. Write him off at your own peril. And that's when it was Hadi who assumed responsibility to give that big finish, propelling the score forward. And in the end, this was a catch opportunity which was put down, and as a result it was 1 run added to the tally, and Band-e Amir Dragons reached 180, a psychological total of sorts. Now let's go down and find out who Sahak has for us.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम درنو لیدونکو ستړي مشئ د شپږیزې د لسم پړاو 19مې لوبې لومړۍ پاڼۍ پای ته ورسېده چې پکې بند امیر 180 منډې جوړې کړې او مون هنګانو ته د 180 منډو هدف کېښوده د بند امیر لپاره د دوی د پیل توپ وهونکي صدیق قتل په 250 توپونو د شپږیزو په وهلو سره 15 منډې جوړې کړې همدې له موږ سره د خراغلا ساتل
ډېره مننه خوشحاله اوسئ
د پیل توپ وهونکي لپاره 15 منډې جوړول او بیا وټېدل فکر نه کوئ سلیزه مو مس کړه
واقعا کوشش مې کوو چې غټ انینګ نه نوکم خو هغه ټیم کې لږ موږ یو څو اور رنزونه دومره رانغله نو د ټیم دپاره ما لږ باید ریسک سړی والي نو خیر دا څه خبر نه ټیم دپاره چې آوټ هم چې خبر نه ده خو داسې انینګ چې هغه ټیم وینینګ ته فایده وکړي
308 منډې د جوړې کړې دي او د شپږیزې د لسم پړاو دویم مخکخ منډې جوړونکی یې تر دم ګړی د ډېرو توپوهونکو سره او د ډېرو پیل توپوهونکو سره یې توپوهنه ترسره کړه چا سره ډېر راحته وي
ټول سره فرینډز یو ډېر کرکټ هم کړی خو شهزاد سره زما ډېر په زړه باندې ګیم مې کوو ځکه خپل هم ډېر سټروک یې ویل او لکه یو بل خندا هم پکې وه لکه ډېر ریلیکس و ډېر ارام و نو په دې خاطر باندې شهزاد سره بیټینګ لږ ډېر خوند کوو
پیل مو ډېر زیات ښه و او مومنټم هم تاسو سره و د هارون او ستا توپوهنه فکر نه کوئ چې ټارګېټ یو څه کم شو
واقعا هارون چې دا ښه ګیم یې وکړ ډېر سر کې ما دومره شاټونه نه لګېده نو هارون ښه سټارټ واخیسته وکټ هم دومره ایزي نه وه ځکه سار کې لږ مشکله نسبتا دویم ځل بیټینګ ته نو ټارګېټ انشاءالله دونه بد ټارګېټ نه ده خو موږ کولی شو 15 سره نور هم ایکسټرا وکړو خو کرکټ د یو پیز داسې سړی مومنټم بایلي نو همغه موږ یو څو اورو کې دومره ریسک وانخیسته د رنزو دپاره نو همغه د لاسه یو 15 رنز شاټ هم سو
اوس دغه 180 هدف د خپلو توپچوونکو ته په کتو باندې څنګه ارزوئ
ډېر ښه ده ډېر زبردست ځکه چې بالران هم ډېر ښه دي انشاءالله او ټول هغه نوي بالرانو ته هم ډېر چانس ده او ټول ډېر خوشحاله دي شپږیزه کې میچ کوي نو هغه هم خپل هغه جذبې د لاسه به هم انشاءالله ښه بولینګ کوي
ښه چانس تاسو ته
ډېره مننه
صدیق الله اتلو چې د شپږیزې په لسم پړاو کې تر اوسه 19 شپږیزې ترسره کړي او تر دم ګړی د شپږیزې خان دی لنډه تمه لرو له دمې وروسته به د امو نهنګانو د پیل بهترینه جوړه به راځي او د بند امیر خامارانو د بهترینې چټکې او سوکه توپچونې پر وړاندې به توپوهنه ترسره کوي ښه وخت
Umpires walking out onto the field. 181 is what the Amo Sharks will need to win from 120 deliveries. I'm joined by Fariz Maharouf. Maha, what do you make of this chase?
Morning, everyone. I think 181 is a pass score. How the pitch has behaved. Yes, some deliveries have turned a little bit, but I think it will hold well for the 20 overs, which is going to come up in the Amo Sharks innings, as well as for the second game coming up in the afternoon. The weak point of the Band-e Amir Dragons side has been their bowling. So it'll take some effort to contain and restrict the strong Amo Sharks side all round. They are fantastic. That's one reason why they're sitting pretty top of the table. Certainly, the Dragons will be hoping one or two bowlers will put their hand up and take that responsibility of picking up a couple of wickets in the power play initially and the middle overs to contain the batters.
You bring a very good point, Maha. It's 200 runs that they have given away on average in every match, is what should be a concern for the skipper Ashmatullah Shahidi. But cricket is a game of momentum. That 23-run partnership of 8 deliveries, especially the 18-run over, I think did give them some momentum. And it's important that they come with the same while they are bowling and trying to defend this 181.
A signal for an impact sub. Izar Naveed goes out. Mapikipan comes in for Mohammad Shahzad. That's the end of the day and end of the league for Mohammad Shahzad, who's going strong. For so many years I've seen him performing and certainly doing the right thing. The Dragons getting in a bowler to try and restrict against the quality side of Amo Sharks.
Imran Mir, 239 among the top scorers. Got 85 in the first outing and then didn't get so many. He's certainly shown a lot of courage and heart for a good opening batter. Kind of day where you don't have much to lose. And a different partner today. Nur Rahman has been promoted to bat up the order and open the innings. Didn't get enough opportunity throughout this Shpageeza Cricket League, you would say. Now is the opportunity. Nijat Masood will bowl with the new ball. Straight away on the money. Plays it nicely for a single and turns it into a double. I love the positivity.
High intensity start, very first delivery. I thought the understanding between the two batters was excellent. Fielder at deep cover point was caught napping on his heels. He was half asleep. By the time he woke up, the batsman have run back for a couple of runs.
I like that. Early morning sleep. Power nap. Nijat Masood still looking for wicket. That guy is not Nijat Masood, I tell you. Bowling Fuller to the pads. Played nicely for a single this time. Abdul Hadi is keeping wicket in this match for the Band-e Amir Dragons. Played a brilliant cameo. Scored very crucial runs down at the later part of the innings. Is the reason why Band-e Amir Dragons got to 180. It's good to see youngsters getting the opportunity and turning them into a statement.
One thing is getting the opportunity, but the main thing is the grabbing the opportunity with both hands and try and perform to your best and just get highlighted. It's excellent batting. The ball is not there to be scoring 4s and 6s. Just get a single, try and rotate the strike. No bowler likes when he has to bowl a different length, probably to Imran, to Noor. Nijat will have a game plan of probably the length he's going to bowl. So this is good batting. Good start by the Amo Sharks, who has been very, very consistent right throughout this Shpageeza.
You highlight another very important point, which is running between the wicket. Strike rotation. That's the key. Very basic thing. A lot of players just take it for granted. Again, bowling full. And this time around, that will run down to the boundary. First boundary of the chase.
Missing the radar, Nijat. Down the leg side for opening batter. It's just bread and butter. Beautifully played through square leg, and the batter Imran, he made sure that he went behind square. Excellent batting, mainly since the field at deep square leg was in the halfway mark, but placed it perfectly.
This time around, bowls it hard length. Tries and have a go at that. Doesn't get the timing, Imran. Does it tell you anything about the wicket? Any indication if the ball is just stopped a little bit, or did he just not time it right?
I thought the last delivery skidded on quicker than Imran expected. That was the reason. And you expect it, since the ball is quite hard, the seam is pronounced, it's quite shiny, the ball will skid on. That's why we keep saying, in these conditions when it's 40 degrees heat, hardly a blade of grass in the pitch, skidding on to the bat, almost like batting in a cement. Well, it becomes hard work, but just that you need to find your timing early on.
Good wicket keeping that from Abdul Hadi. Will be a wide, but certainly saved another 3 run. For 4 exactly.
Straight away, see the variations. There's a slow delivery by Nijat. And the keeper Abdul did really well to get to his left and save 4 runs there. Well, that sort of a pitch. It's been used for a while, yet he's tired. It's just getting to a situation where the ball seems to be going a bit low to the wicket keeper. So for the faster bowlers, I think it's very important varying your pace.
That's high in the air. The fielder at the square leg will only sail it, go above his head for a maximum. 15 runs coming off that over, that extra wide, going for a 6. After first over, it's 15 without loss.
That was a top edge. Don't think the batter, Imran, expected the ball to go that far. Square leg fielder, for a moment he would have thought he's in the game, but that cleared him pretty easy. The entire innings, Band-e Amir Dragons have hit 10 sixes. And already in this innings, 1-6 for the Amo Sharks. Very strong, lots of players rested, but still has a squad, or has a side to chase down 181 in my opinion.
I like the way Noor is gone about his business. Soft hands, just working the ball around, and Lal Baz into the attack. Straight away been taken for single run to go off strike.
They understand their roles pretty much well. Imran probably with the basher. Noor just make sure, get a single, get Imran on the strikers. And on the other side, I think when you're looking at the Amo Sharks, that's one secret of success in this Shpageeza. Knowing each other's role and clarity is there already. So the sides who are playing in leagues, it's very important to find momentum, form early on in a tournament. Also, it's important to identify each other's roles. Maybe even the 12th man, he has a different role. So that is where the staff, the coaches, the management plays a huge role in making sure those being communicated to the players. And players just got one job to do. Go and do the job what's been given to you by the management.
Let's make use of this opportunity, Maha. You've been 12 men, of course, at times. What has been those messages that you as 12 men had to take? Oh, what a shot, what a drive. Beautiful batting that from Imran Mir.
The ball was delivered close to 135 and off the bat it went close to 140. Wow, good movement. The placement, timing, that reached the boundary in quick time. That was a powerful stroke, and Lal Baz, I don't think that's not a bad delivery at all. It's just a good length, hint of movement away. Excellent by Imran. Just on being a 12th man, that's the hardest job, I will say. Because if you have players like, for an example, in my opinion, or in my days, Kumar Sangakkara, if he's playing a test match, he's a nightmare to be 12th man. Because he'll have about 10 gloves in his bag. And if he wants to change his glove, out of 10, if he take 9, he'll make sure to ask you, which is not been bought, and the 10th gloves in the bag. So when you have those kind of characters, it's near impossible to be a good 12th man. But generally, the players know what they want, and they keep the 12th man or the 13th man being informed. This is what I want. Make sure everything is in order. So certain Kumar Sangakkaras are the ones that the 12th man would like to avoid as much as possible.
Comes down the track, doesn't get the timing, but who cares? Goes down to the boundary as well. It's very interesting, isn't it? Some players you don't like as a 12th man. How many times they just keep asking you, come man, bring this, bring that. Do you get frustrated and tell them on their face, come on man?
I actually did once. Then he made sure he got me a drink and got me dinner. So we were fine. But the easiest in my time would be Maila Javardhan and Sanat Jayasuriya. Hardly changes their gloves. Hardly change their bat. Only difference is, only change what they make is probably the bat can be sometimes. That's a good shot to end the second over. Expensive start for Lal Baz. 28 for no loss after 2.
Amo Sharks, last match today of the league stage versus Band-e Amir Dragons. 181 is what they are chasing. And you look at their matches so far, 1 by 6 wickets, 1 by 3 wickets, 1 by 3 wickets, 1 by 6 wickets, tells you that they love chasing down the targets. I don't want to drag this story too long, but I just want to ask you one question, Maha. You are playing. 12 men comes and serve you. Is there one who you just keep telling, bring you a certain thing, and he just doesn't understand and keep disappointing you? Well, the batters don't disappoint here, do they? What a beautiful looking shot that from the bat of Noor. The first boundary to his name. Already dealing in boundaries, Amo Shark.
Left arm spinner treated with a beautiful cover drive. Excellent shot by Noor. That'll get him going. That's his first boundary. Whereas he had the best seat in the house from the non-striker's end to watch Imran smashing 4 boundaries and a 6. Now when it comes to 12th man, when I used to bat, I keep it really simple. Sometimes I change a bat depending on the time I bat. So I make sure to give the extra bat to the 12th man, letting him know in case if I need, this is what I want. So, you know, any favorite 12th man, you didn't have any particular, but when you're batting in the middle, so many thousands people watching, the pressure is so high, and sometimes when you wave at the 12th man, if you don't respond, that's where you get crossed. And I've faced that many times. I'm sure that some of the older players or former players listening to this coverage will agree with me. When you don't straight away understand what the player in the middle wants, that's where you get crossed and that's where you get angry. Third umpire been called.
Yeah, well, from the body language, they kind of have half assurance. Maybe we got our man. Has he done the basic right? Has he put the bat down? Yes, I think he is. But very touch and go, isn't it? Very close.
Any youngster watching, that's not how you crease your bat. That's just keeping on top of the crease rather than sliding it. We spoke about the basics in 12th man. Batting wise is all about the basics. The moral of the story in cricket, Fidai, whoever you are, you can be the Sachin Tendulkar or the Brian Laras, anybody, you do the basics right, that will hold in good stead. I keep on saying to the youngsters, always draw back to basics. Even if you're scoring runs in form, still do the basics right. If you are not, go back to the basics. Basics will always make you feel better and get you off the hole.
Absolutely spot on, Maha. And the global superstar of Afghanistan, Rashid Khan, always says this. Whenever you ask him, if he's doing a press conference, if you do any talking, he says, keep it simple, do the basics right. You might just say that these are easy things to remember, but I tell you what, out you are in the field, and most of the times you forget them. You get carried away, you feel the pressure, and you don't do it right. Qamar gives this one into the arc, and this goes down. We'll have to check if it's a 4 or 6, but second shot out the over.
Poor delivery by Qamar. In the power play, usually don't see spinners flighting the ball. And I thought Qamar was expecting the batter to come down the track. He gave it so much air. Man, I think it should be called a 6. It looked 6 for me initially when he was struck. I think the third umpire will agree with me. That was a poor delivery though, Qamar. Got to be much more tactful bowling in the power play against quality players.
It's a poor delivery, but it's great batting skill from Noor. I've just enjoyed watching him bat, the way he's rotated the strike and the way he's gone about business. He's only scored probably 11 or 13, knowing if that is a 4 or 6. But he's really looked a very fine batsman with good technique and good understanding so far. The clarity of the role, and every time you get the ball into your arc, you smash it for the boundaries and you make the most of that. And he's actually made the most of it. This is a 6 off the bat of Noor Rahman. 2 6s already in this chase for the Amo Sharks.
The troubles in bowling continues for the Dragons.
An expensive first over for Qamar. 12 runs coming off it. 40 without loss after 3. Solid start that from the Amo Sharks. 40 without loss in the first 3 overs. Chasing down 181. Already striking at more than 10 runs in over. 40 runs partnership of 19 deliveries only. That tells you about the kind of character the Amo Sharks dugout and the players have. Playing with a lot of confidence, and why not? Already qualified to the final. Change of end for Nijat Masood. Good bowling that. Good channel. Top of the off stump. Not easy to negotiate.
It's not all about hammer and tongs for Imran, though he's been aggressive. The bowler is bowling a good delivery. He's just ready to get a single and respect the bowler. That's the hallmark of player. He's keeping his temptations when in well check. Usually in the 4th over of a power play, when you have a good start, 41 for no loss, you'll think every delivery deserves a 4 or 6.
It's all about the mindset. It's all about the mindset, true. And it's very important that you continue to be positive. And you continue to enjoy just like him. No matter what, he's going to have his fun.
Wonder where he got that moves from. Which dance academy? Certainly enjoying himself as well as the rest of the crowd. Not too happy with the bat. I think Imran just want to make sure that probably the heavier bat, since he's in 27 of 12. He thinks that every ball deserves a 4 or 6. Just getting a heavier bat. That sometimes batters do. To get the innings going, probably a lighter bat. Once they get going, slightly heavier bat. I've known some players in the past doing it. Maybe, just maybe, Imran falls in that category as well.
Quick run taken. That's good running between the wicket. Good understanding. Good backup.
Let me tell you, Qamar Shams, who backed that throw at short fine leg, wasn't happy because wicketkeeper. Wicketkeeper, he wanted to stop it, he let it go, And that was straight into his wrist. Oh, brilliant. Not shy to let his emotions know, Kamar.
This has been a good over from Nijat Masood. Good running, good backing up all together.
This occasion is Izar Naveed. The fielder at short extra cover has a powerful arm. That is Lal Baz, the big fast bowler. And when he throws at it, yeah, he's in all rights to go for the stumps. There was a run-out chance. But I just feel, yeah, direct hit would have been curtains for the batter. But the backup fielder got to be careful when Lal Baz has ball in his arm. That guy has a very, very strong throwing shoulder.
Send him to the boundary rope. We don't want you inside the circle. You're targeting the spinners. Qamar Shams, Izhar Naveed. Oh, what a shot that is. Another beautiful, gorgeous maximum.
Just before the ball was delivered, Imran came down the track couple of feet just to put the bowler off his length. And Nijat probably saw that bowler leg cutter is just set up beautifully. That's a monstrous hit. Out of the park, new ball please, says Imran. And with that, 6 brings up the 50 for the Sharks.
And you got it right. He's changed his bat and changed the gear. Imran Mir, 34 of 14, strike rate of 242. Amazing start that for the Amo Sharks, 50 without loss into chasing 181. The umpire Ahmad Chapakteen picking the new ball and asking Nijat Masood to finish the over with that.
Looking at how Amo Sharks is going through their business, they look in cruise control. It's a well-oiled machine as a side. Everything what they touch is becoming positive. And this is what they're hoping to the big final coming up. That the openers get the confidence against a good Mr. Next night side. And ideally for the batters, it's a net session before the finals.
A block hole to follow after being smashed for a 6. Kind of response you'll expect from the fast bowler. After 4, it's 51 without loss.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम हशमतुल्लाह शहीदी 321 मंडे 388 कुल्ला अतल पस द पूरे पहल दे पसदोर औरनों की विकेट न दा वर्कड़े नूर रहमान और इमरान मीर कमर शम्स पतेर द्री रोजने से आले की पतेर वाखान नेशनल T20 कप के डेर खा परफॉर्म को दादे शपगीजा क्रिकेट लीग की खबर डेब्यू किया हो डेर जबरदस्त बाल विकेट कीपर बरियाले ने उच बाल पकला जो किरावली योसली यवातिया मंडो पताकिब बांधे खपेल दे फ्रंट फुट बांधे दावत कर फुल टॉस नतीजा दमीना वालों पमंस के दावा तो डाले वा डाले डेर कबूल बदलता नूर रहमान ललोरे फुल टॉस आहो दगजीन नूर रहमान चेरता बखाना कई डेर खा मेडल शो आओ दगा तो दिल्ली भी तो पुना यसल दरवेश मंडे शाकिर बखैर रागले
मनना رحیمي د بند امیر
ډیره مننه
بس دا لفظ تا له خولې څخه ډېر خوند وکړو هغه ورځ کله چې د سپین غر پړانګانو لوبه وګټله د اجازه احمدزي وروستۍ شپږیزه نو دا داسې خاطرې وي چې دا بیا د ژوند تر هغه ډېر وخته پورې دا یادونه وي کمر که وګورو کمر هم ډېر ښه توپ اچوونکی ده خو دا مهال دا ځل بالکل مخامخ د کمنټري بوکس په سر باندې توپ د شپږیزې لپاره
ښکلې لوړه او په زړه پورې شپږیزه سلاټ کې او بال د سټینډونو نه بهر غورځېږي نور رحمان غټه شپږیزه
نور رحمان له وکټ ساتنې سره سره بهترینه یو ښه توپوهونکی ده د 2025 فرست کلاس سیالیو ایمرجنګ پلیئر ډېر په زړه پورې توپوهنه یې کړې وه کله چې ته د ریډ بال یا د سره بال ښه کرکټ کوې ارومرو به ستا هغه ځلا په سپین بال کې لیدل کېږي ستا وړتیا به لیدل کېږي کله چې ته سور بال ټیسټ کرکټ هغه کرکټ ده چې ته ماډرن کرکټ ته ډېر څه جنس زده کولی سې او راتلی سې نور الرحمن یو ښه بیلګه ده ته چې د فرست کلاس ایمرجنګ جوړېږي او دلته دا وروستي 2 شاټونه ډېر با کماله ډېر لاجوابه توپوهنه ده نور الرحمن له لوري دا ځل بیا هم د دریم شاټ لپاره خو دا ځل ګورو د لوبڅار اشاره شپږیزه بالکل پرله پسې درې شپږیزې د نور الرحمن له بیټ څخه دغه ځوان لوبغاړی که وګورو واقعا هم ډېره باجرته ډېره زړوره توپوهنه دا مهال کوي ریپلې ګورو که څه هم لیګ سټم ته او په آن سایډ باندې سکویر لیګ باندې یې ولوباو د شپږیزې لپاره وبه ګورو چې څو شپږیزې وروسته بیا هم راځي
ګلبدین نایب شته دا ځل لانګ آن ایریا کې 2 منډې ښه اوور د ټیم امو لپاره 15 وروسته 2 بغیر له کوم زیانه قیمتي اورو په ټوله کې ښه اورو بیا د امو لپاره 3 شپږیزې هم پکې راغللې شلونه پورته منډې که سږ کال ډومestic کرکټ سرکل ته وګور شاکر ډېر موږ داسې نومونه ولیدل چې لومړي ځل لپاره راغلل هغه موږ که کمال خان مثال ورکولی شو که موږ عثمان سادات مثال ورکولی شو که موږ لطف الله یادو که موږ محب همراز یادو که موږ نور رحمان یادو نور داسې ډېر نومونه شاید د ټولو نومونه زموږ ذهن ته رانه شي دا هغه لاسته راوړنې وې چې افغانستان کرکټ بورډ سږ کال په ډومestic کرکټ یې لاسته راوړل او د ډومestic کرکټ هغه پالیسي او سټراکچر چې کوم دی دغه ډېر مهم دی که ستاسې خیالي شاګر هغه ورځ دغه خبرې ته زموږ نورو مبصرینو هم اشاره وکړه کله چې یو پلیر په غټ لیول ته راځي هغه مکمل ډول باندې فلتر شوی وي ګریډ 2 نه راځي ګریډ 1 ته ګریډ 1 نه 3 ډے ته بیا مثلا فرست کلاس ته راځي فرست کلاس نه واخان مثلا نېشنل ټي20 کپ ته راځي بیا شپږیزې ته راځي او دغسې لیول نه چې ته پورته راځي نېشنل ټیم لوبغاړو سره لوبېږي غټ کرکټ کې او ډېر ښه یې ګایډ کړ تړ مې نریا تسلوریزه
ډېره په زړه پورې توپوهنه که وګورو د توپ د پیس څخه یې ګټه پورته کړله یوازې ګارډ یې کړ د تھرډ مین په لوري باندې بالکل د شارټ تھرډ مین باندې ډګر ساتونکي یوازې ننداره کولی سوی د دغه توپ د څلوریزې څخه د ژغورلو نه و که وګورو دا ځل عمران میر ده عمران میر توپوهنه هم ډېره په زړه پورې عموما که دی د امو لپاره لوبه ترسره کوي داسې ښکاري چې د بریا لپاره د هر شاټ د هر یو 2 منډې که وګورو خو بریدګر توپوهونکی ده دا ځل شاټ توپ د باونډرۍ په لوري او د لوبڅار احمد شاه پختین د شپږیزې اشاره کوي.
تکرار د صحنې لالباز سینزه شاته بال خزینه راواغستو بیټر ته مکمل کریډټ ورکو. وکړه چې مړ وکړ باندې څوک نشته. شپږیزې ترلاسه کړه. عمران په دغه هڅه کې دی چې څنګه کولی شي هغه غوره منډو جوړونکو ته ځان ورسوي. که څه هم له دې وړاندې په دغه ریس کې دی او شپږ څلوېښت دلته کړي خامخا به راغلی 10 منډې راغلي 11 وایډ سره په دغه اوور کې. لالباز سینزه او دا ځل په مډاب باندې اشمت الله شاهدي نارنجي خولۍ په سر باندې ده چې ډېرې منډې ترلاسه کړي.
بالکل هیڅ موقع نه ورکوي بل بیټر ته. که څه هم د دوی وروستۍ لوبه ده نن خو تر دا مهاله تر وروستۍ شیبو غواړي چې دغه نارنجي خولۍ بل چاته ورنه کړي. خو فی الله ترخیل ځکه دوی لوبه لري پایلوبې ته لاره پیدا کړې ده. کولی سي چې دغه نارنجي خولۍ تر وروستۍ شیبو له خپل ځان سره وساتي ځکه د غوره توپ وهونکي د دغه سیالیو. دا ځل بیا هم ګورو چې دلته یو اسانه کیچ او د عمران میر پاڼې ته د پای ټکش دی. لالباز د عمران میر وکټ اخلي. که څه هم توپ څه لوړ سو غوښتلی چې په آن سایډ باندې مډ وکټ باندې توپ ولوبوي خو د بیټ په باندنۍ څوکه لګېږي په بشپړه توګه میډل کېږي نه. میډل صحیح نه سو دغه توپ.
باډۍ ته نږدې بالو لږ په سرعت کې هم کمی و هماغه و چې هغه غوښتل په آن سایډ ورشي میډ وکټ باندې بیټ پورتنۍ حصه لګېږي او دلته غټه وکټه عمران میر په 6 200 سټرایک ریټ نه پورته نوی بیټر به کریز ته راځي. همو لوبډله قسم له وړاندې په پای لوبه کې ده او دا ښه میچ دی ورته فاینل دپاره د پریپریشن. تاسې د اشمت الله شهیدي یاد وکړه خو د مجیب الرحمان زدران او د شرف الدین اشرف هم ښه مقابله ده په توپ اچونه کې. 14 د شرف دي 12 د مجیب الرحمان دي. او که پرونی پاڼې د مسینا کې اشاره کوو د ګربز پاڼې وفي الله ترخیل پاڼې فرمان الله صافي پاڼې ډېر زبردسته کرکټ ډېر بهترینه کرکټ ټیم مساینک ضرورت ورته بریا یې هم ترلاسه کړه او ډېره ښه یې ترلاسه کړه.
اجاز میری د توپونی لپاره راغلی ده چپلاسی توپونکی ده. پاور پلی تر دا مهاله ډېره په زړه پورې لوبولې ده امو نهنګانو خو په وروستۍ په دغه اوور کې وکټ یې د لاسه ورکړه 83 منډې واقعا هم چې ډېرې منډې دي. هم یوازې کټ یې کټ اجاز میری او د نور رحمان وګورو چې دغه ملګرتیا خو نور رحمان نن د یو څه کولو لپاره میدان ته راغلی د غواړي چې دته چانس ورکول سوی موقع ورکول سوی ده د دغه موقع څخه ګټه پورته کړي. د دغه 15 منډې که وګورو په 14 توپونو باندې په ډېر ښه سټرایک ریټ او ډېر په چټکي سره د امو نهنګانو ډریسنګ روم ګورو. حمید حسن د افغانستان ستوری د فاست بالینګ یا د چټک توپ اچونې په برخه کې هغه ستوری و چې نړۍ کې وځلېده. بیا هم نور رحمان او ډېر سټایلش شاټ توپ د باونډرۍ څخه د باندې احمد شاه پختین د څلوریزې اشاره ورکوي.
ویې کتل چې میدان باندې فیلډر شته په لانګان څوک نشته ډېره ښه ګټه یې واخیسته. شپږ اور وروسته 88 د یو لوبغاړي په زیان باندې. شپږ اوره پای ته رسیږي 88 ښه ګټه واخیستل شوه پاور پلی نه. ګلبدین نایب انتخابیږي دلته توپ اچونه کې تغییرات. نجات 2 اوورونو کې 26 لالباز 2 کې 29 وکټ شته. قمر 2 کې 33. اجاز مهري پاړه باندې تاسو ویل هغه د افغانستان ملي الف لوبډله کې هم پاتې شوی دی. یو ځل د سریلانکا پر وړاندې 50 هم ترسره کړې وه افغان ابدالیانو لپاره په ډومestic کرکټ کې. هغه عموما اموریجن نه لوبېږي، ډېر ښه کرکټر دی. 8 سیالۍ 8 وکټې، اکانومي لږ څه لوړه ده د نایب، خو په دغه روان شپږیزه کرکټ لیګ کې د توپوهنه بیا ډېره عالي او شانداره ده.
ګلبدین نایب دا اصل بالکل په دفاعي انداز په ډول لوبي چې خو دلته ډګر ساتونکي په ډیپ باندې دي، سرکل کې موجود نه و. نو که وګورو یو منډه یې ترلاسه کړله.
کرکټ هم ډېره جالبه لوبه ده. نواب خانجي عظمت الله عمرجي خلاف نن بېلابېل ډریسنګ رومونو کې اسانۍ سره دغه بال آن سایډ ته ولوبو. ویلی شو چې په پاور پلی کې چې کوم پلان د امو لوبډلې و هغه دوی ترلاسه کړ، هغه دوی په ښه شان سره ترسره کړ. اوس به په دغه برخه کې د لوبې لږ څه ناسبه ملګرتیا پسې ځي.
بالکل میډل اډر بیټرز ته اوس پکار دی چې ملګرتیا وغځوي. کومې منډې لکه تاسې یادونه وکړله په پاور پلی کې دوی ترلاسه کړې، د هدف لپاره بالکل یو ښه چانس ده، د هدف په تعقیب باندې ځي. خو دلته پکار دا ده چې میډل اډر کې کم بیټرز دي هغه باید د پارټنرشپ یا ملګرتیا جوړه کړي. ځکه
ګلبدین نایب حق د نور رحمان چې وستایل شي. هیوادوال بېلابېل عمر لرونکي شپږیزه کرکټ لیګ خوند او رنګ. خاور دی په ټوله کې په 5 توپونو باندې 5 منډې راغلي او دا ویریشن دی د ګلبدین نایب چې بریالی هم د نسبت نورو تیزو توپ اچوونکو ته. په 13 پاڼۍ کې 14 څلوریزې لس شپږیزې راغلې وي. په دغه وخت کې د هغوی 50 د دوی 3 نوي دي. پنچ ډګر ساتونکی شته، دوهم جوړېدی شو خو غږ ونه که سټرایکر واوره پای ته رسېږي. 4 نوي منډې د یو لوبغاړي په زیان باندې.
دا هم د افغانستان د عبدالرحمن جامع تاسو ګورئ. د افغانستان دره کابل ګورئ، د غرونو په منځ کې دغه ښکلې دره د ګران افغانستان پلازمینه کابل واقعا چې د ښکلاګانو یو ستره ښکلا ده، خوندوره له ښایستونو ډکه سیمه. که وګورو افغانستان په ټوله کې ښایسته ده، خو کابل ځان ته یو څه وایي. او بیرته بیا هم کابل کرکټ لوبغالی.
اظهار الحق نوید په 13 سیالۍ کې ډېر ښه نه و، خو نن ګورو چې څنګه مخکې ځي د خپل لوبډۍ لپاره لیفټ او رائټ کمبینیشن دی په لوبغالي کې امپیکټ پلیئر دی اظهار نوید فرانټ فوټ باندې شهیدي شته د منډې موقع نه ورکوي
که وګورو د وکټ غورځېدا سره سره د نور رحمان هغه برید کوونکي توپوهنه کې هم څه ناڅه تغیر راغی یو خو د ده دلته د ده میچورټي یا د ده ځیرکتیا او هوښیاري څرګندوي چې ځکه دی په 43 منډو باندې ده باید خپله 50 بشپړه کړي د غزوان دلته بیا هم سویپ وایي خو سټرایک باندې بیرته نور رحمان راځي که څه هم نور رحمان کله چې له مخکې توپوهنه ترسره کوله ډېره په زړه پورې شاټونه یې ترسره کړو په یو اوور کې 3 شپږیزې ترسره کړې خو له هغې وروسته د ده سر او ریدم څه ناڅه پیکه سو یوازنۍ وجه هم همدا ده چې دی غواړي دغه خپله 50 باید بشپړه کړي ځکه په کار دا د دوی په پاور پلی کې منډې کړي دي هر څه راغلي دي اصل بیا هم غوښتل یې چې په سکویر لیګ باندې ولوبوي خو د توپ لکه څنګه چې وړاندې یادونه کوو په دغه ویشتن ځای باندې توپ اچوونکي یوه ځیرکتیا یا ویریشن سره چې کوم بالینګ کوي یا توپ اچونه ترسره کوي نو دوی لپاره د منډو لړۍ را کمولی سي د منډو هغه دوامداره لړۍ تم کولی سي دا ځل بیا هم په دفاعي توګه یې لوبوي خو سرکل کې دننه څوک نسته یوازې منډه ترلاسه کولی سي ځکه ډېرې ډګر ساتونکي په ډیپ باندې دي پاور پلی پای ته رسېدلې ده د اتم اور وروستی توپ ترسره کیږي د 101 منډو په تعقیب باندې امو نهنګان له وړاندې پایلوبه کې ځای لري له میساینه کاتلانو سره به په کابل کرکټ لوبغالي کې پایلوبه ترسره کوي
پلان تغییر دی دلته د نوررحمان او د اجاز سر کې پاور پلی نه ښه استفاده وکړه 90 منډې دي اته اور وروسته د یو لوبغاړي په زیان او په کمنټري باکس کې په غږونو کې هم تغییرات
.97 for 1. Gulbuddin has been treated disdainfully down the ground for 6. Brilliant strike from Noor as he reaches his half century with a 650 of just 22 deliveries. A scintillating half century from Noor in the channel and straight down the ground. What a stroke.
That's an incredible shot. Wow, a delight to watch from Nur Rahman. Wow, even better, even better. Elegance, complete elegance in Kabul. Nur Rahman is all upon the Band-e Amir Dragons. Terrific batting.
He's taking down Gulbuddin Naib in style. Man was there on the boundary, should have been stopped. Work to the square boundary for 4. 10 runs already of the first 2 deliveries. 74 to win from 70. Pulls. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. Series of boundaries. 6-4-4 destruction from Noor.
Well, this is some batting. This is some batting from Nur Rahman. He wasn't among runs leading into this game, had only scored 10 runs in 3 games. But this game, he has changed his mind. And he's now all over the Band-e Amir Dragons. Brilliant batting so far. Once again, pulled away and out of the ground. What a connection that is.
It's a mountainous hit from Nur Rahman. 6-4-4-6. Picks the length early. Had enough time to rock on the back foot and smack it on the roofs in Off she goes for another 6. This has been a turbulence experience. He's wrecking havoc. Nuru rapidly on to 64 of just 25 deliveries.
And here comes a new ball. Here comes a new ball. He has already done the damage not only to the Band-e Amir Dragons but to the ACB as well. He has caused the ACB with a brand new Kakabora.
Straight to the fielder. That's good work. Inside the ring on the edge of the 30-yard circle. This has been very difficult experience for Gulbuddin in this over. He has already been smacked for 20 runs. Smacks it through the onside. 6 more. 26 from the over. They are all licking along. 123 for 1.
Well, this is some incredible batting. He has taken Gulbuddin Naib into the cleaners. 26 runs off that over. Wow. He's putting on a show in Kabul. After 9 overs, 123 for 1, the Amo Sharks.
Today is the last day, the final day of the league stage, and Amo Sharks already into the final. The batters are batting with a lot of freedom here. Noor in particular, 70 of 27. What a time to announce himself just before the final. Wide delivery. Will take a run. So now 57 to win from 65. It's been wonderful entertainment. Rashid Khan will be in action today at 2 o'clock. The team has already been eliminated from the tournament, but his presence will certainly be vital to inspire confidence among young kids watching this game. He's pushing through the offside for another single. Plenty of high quality players available. Noor Rahman getting the opportunity and announcing himself with this blistering innings. 71 of just 28 deliveries. Partnership 42 of just 22. They want to generate momentum just before the final.
Well, and what a preparation it has been for the Amo Sharks leading into this game. They've already 5 victories from the 7 games they have played. This is their last league game. They've already qualified to the final, and what an outing this is for them. So left their confidence to the sky, just ahead of the grand finale. Comes down the track, cuts that, but excellent effort in the field. Qamar Shams playing his first game.
"61 runs of last 5 overs, just 1 wicket. It's been batting carnage, dominated by Noor. Hits it hard down the ground for a single. It's been a disappointing campaign for the team Band-e Amir Dragons, coming into this competition with the expectation of lifting the trophy. They had all the resources available at their disposal. The batting, the top order batters, middle order batters, finishers, spin bowlers, pace bowlers.
It was such a big side. The Band-e Amir Dragons led by Ashmatullah Shahidi. They had the likes of Siddiqullah Tal, Gulbuddin Naib, Aim Ghazanfar, many more youngsters. Turnovers done in the Kabul. It's 126 for 1, the Amo Sharks, and we'll also have a break. The Amo Sharks need 55 runs off the last turnovers.
د مطالعې شوق لري کتابونو لوستلو سره علاقه وي زموږ ډېر درون ملګري میرویس امان دا د کرکټ اړوند د افغانستان د ملي لوبډلې پلیرانو کیسې او کارنامې دغه ټول یو کتاب کې لیکلي دي او که څوک غواړي دغه کتاب واخلي فکر کوم دغه کانټین ته یې ورکړي دي نو له هغه کانټین هم اخیستی شي او له دې دواړو کانټینونو کې شته دي میرویس امان لیکلی دی هغه کتاب او کولی شئ له دغه ځای څخه یې ترلاسه کړئ
यार कर को गगले वाले विकेट पतंग दी वाले यार कर को गगले वाले विकेट पतंग दी वाले नोम लारी तासिर लारी तवा बालारान समम कल्बी विश्वानान समम कल्बी विश्वानान समम
It was a much better delivery. Came into the left-handed batter Ijaz Ahmed. He was taken for 26 runs in his last over. We'll be looking on to that. Slashed and slashed beautifully over the infield for 4 runs.
Ijaz joins the party. Shot outside the off stump. Invitation wickets, consistent pace and bounce. And crashing it over the top of the backward point and away to the boundary. Poor delivery punished.
So Gulbuddin Naib continue to leak runs, continue to concede runs against these two youngsters. Once again it's cut, but there is a fielder in the place. They will rotate strike.
And it's so exciting to watch young players taking down players with experience, loads of experience. Those who played up to the World Cup level. Gulbuddin has tremendous amount of experience playing in various leagues around the globe in different conditions. He's been taken for none for 37 and he's into his third over. He's edging, it's going fine. Away to the fence for 4.
That was tricky. And how lucky is Noor Rahman. It was close to a wicket keeper, almost in his reach, and he is lucky to get away with that. But he won't mind that, Dave, because he has got 4 runs of that shot. And he'll continue to go after his shots and to continue to believe in his shots and go for scoring big runs.
Can he get to his century? 75 of just 30 deliveries, still 46 more required to win. Noor is working through the onside for a single. We've seen just one century so far in the event. Khalid Taniwal getting 100.
And what a transformation it has been for Noor Rahman. He was part of the provincial grade level events earlier this year. And then the way he performed in those specific leagues, he was selected for the regional 3-day event, then Ahmad Shah Abdali first class event, where he scored 200s in his debut first class season. And then he went on to keep his good form in the Wakhan, and now he is doing it here. Incredible performance from this youngster. He will take that into the airs up front. 11 overs done here. It's 136 for 1, the Amo Sharks.
Sometimes we just get into the sentence and it becomes difficult to get out. So the best way is that just give enough time to yourself and then speak short sentences.
Izharul Haq Naveed into his third over. He's bowled well. He has bowled well. He's bowled really well so far. Only 7 runs he has conceded in his 2.1 overs so far, with an economy rate of 2.77.
Good stop in the covers from the captain. One thing that that's where I've seen major change here from franchise T20 teams playing the Shpageeza Cricket League, and now this tournament is thriving under the wings of Afghanistan Cricket Board. The youngsters are getting spots where they should be playing. Also balance of the sides as well. So these are couple of factors where I think it's been quite good for the young players to get opportunities at the top of the order. That's where we have seen Khalid Taniwal, Noor also contributing at the top of the order, Wafula getting the opportunity. More clarity in communication and youngsters making it sure that they made it count.
It's played nicely over the infield, and opportunity for the Band-e Amir, but they've spoiled it. The fielder in the deep has all the time in the world to grab that specific opportunity, but he has spoiled that. Noor Rahman seems to be walking back, but he'll continue to stay out there in the middle.
Why it's important? Because the clarity in the selectors, they see the performances from provincial level, grade level cricket, and they pick the talent. This time it's been hammered handsomely, and handsomely for 6.
You gave Noor Rahman opportunity, and now he will make you count. A huge 6. Just the next delivery that his catch was dropped. Look at that. It was in the slot, and he slogged across the line and deposited that over the mid-wicket boundary for a huge 6.
Just 15 runs away from getting to his century, Noor. Nicely stroked through the offside. He will have the strike. 12 overs have been bowled here at the Kabul Cricket Stadium. It is 147 for 1 after 12. They need 34 to win from 48 deliveries.
What are you saying?
So 34 runs to win.
ډیره زیاته مننه له حکیم احمدزي او ډوینډر کومار. دغه ځوان لوبغاړی څومره غوره توپوهنه ترسره کوي نور رحمان. واو او دلته په سکویر لیګ باندې فاین لیګ باندې ویلی دل چې فاین لیګ فیلډر په سرکل کې دی او ښه پلیسمنټ ښه ټایمنګ بال د شپږو منډو لپاره ولوبېده.
وروستی پیچ کا آسان او دغه ډول سیټ توپ وهونکي ته نور رحمان شپږیزه دلته له سلیزې وروسته دی یوازې 4 نورې منډې تر څو سلیزه جوړه کړي او دا به په روان 2025 لسم پړاو شپږیزه لیګ کې دوهمه سلیزه وي. لومړی هلته خالد تڼیوال جوړه کړې ده او په 252 سټرایک ریټ سره په زړه پورې
ونویو ته د نور رحمان منډې ورسېدې. د نور رحمان موږ په فرست کلاس کې په ولایتي دویمه درجه په ولایتي لومړۍ درجه سیالیو کې د دغسې غوره توپوهنه لیدلې ده. خو په شل اوریزه کرکټ کې دلته به لومړی سلیزه جوړوي د دغسې قوي او غوره توپ اچوونکو پر وړاندې د غوره لوبډلې پر وړاندې او له خالد تڼیوال وروسته به دویم ځوان توپ وهونکی شي چې سلیزه به جوړوي.
ډیپ لاټ کریس کې آن سایډ کې فیلډر نشته دی په ډیپ فاین لیګ کې او بال له باونډرۍ څخه بهر د 4 منډو لپاره اجاز مهري کینډلاسې توپ وهونکی هم دلته د نور رحمان سره یو ځای کېږي او ډېر ښه پارتنرشپ دی د دواړو ځوانو لوبغاړو ترمنځ.
نجات باید کله چې دغسې شارټ لاین کې توپ اچونه ترسره کوي باید د ډیپ فاین لیګ فیلډر بهر کړي ځکه کله چې د فاین لیګ فیلډر په سرکل کې نو دغسې شاټونه راځي چې موږ ولیدل د کینډلاسو او خلاسو پر وړاندې نجات باید ډګر ساتنې ته ډېر فکر وکړي.
سلو هماغه ډول شاټ ځای کوله خو ټیسټ کې کامیاب دی نجات او همدا وجه ده چې باډۍ باندې دغه بال لګېږي. ایکسپینسیو دی په نننۍ سیالۍ کې هم نجات.
ولیدل چې چټکو توپونو کټرو او هماغه و چې چټک توپ ته ولاړو اجاز مهري او له خپلې تجربې په استفادې نجات دغه توپ پرته له کومې منډې ترسره کړ.
لو فل ټاس دی او آن سایډ کې لوبېږي. ډیپ کې فیلډر شته دی یوازې یوه اسانه منډه جوړېږي. نږدې ده امو لوبډله یوې بلې بریا ته 13 اورونو وروسته 163 یو لوبغاړی لاسته ورکړی دی. های سکور یا هغه انفرادي منډې چې په یوه پاڼۍ کې کړي خالد تڼیوال 102 د امو په وړاندې خو دلته نور رحمان د امو لوبغاړی ځوان 19 منډې جوړې کړي یوازې 3 منډې وروسته یې تر څو سلیزه جوړه کړي او په لسم پړاو شپږیزه لیګ کې دوهمه سلیزه جوړونکی لوبغاړی شي. ډېر جالبه کیسه هم ده نوموړی چې څه ډول په ډومestic کرکټ کې راغلی نور رحمان.
حشمت د توپ اچونې لپاره راغی. موږ په فرست کلاس کرکټ کې د توپ اچونه لیدلې ده خو په شل اوریزه کرکټ کې کله چې دغسې توپ وهونکي چې سیټ وي او د منډو جوړونه د نورو غوره توپ اچوونکو پر وړاندې ترسره کوي نو دغسې د پارت ټایم او کله چې د یو توپ وهونکی توپ اچونه ترسره کوي منډې به اسانه وي خو کله کله داسې شوي چې یو سیټ توپ وهونکی دا دغسې د پارت ټایم او دلته هم سلوریزه او سلیزه بشپړوي نور رحمان. څه یو استعداد څه یو له وړتیا ډک لوبغاړی
په زړه پورې کرکټ وکړ ضرور 2 چانسه ورله موقع ورلې خو استفاده یې وکړه او دغه ځوان توپوهونکی په زړه پورې او میس فیلډ په ډیپ کې او وشو کولی سلیزه جوړه کړي د خالد تڼیوال وروسته په روانه لسم پړاو شپږیزه لیګ کې دوهمه سلیزه جوړونکی ګلبدین نایب ډېر ښه کار وکړ راغی او هغه یې تشویق کړ په زړه پورې 40 توپونو باندې دا ډېره مهمه وه 250 نه لوړ سټرایک ریټ سره سټریټ دغه بالونو به مایلسټون یې ترلاسه کړی دی غواړي به چې ډېر ژر دغه سیالۍ د خپلې لوبډلې امو په ګټه پای ته ورسوي
حشمت فکر کړی و چې د پارټ ټایمر پر اتک سره به دغه ملګرتیا ماته کي خو نور رحمان هیڅ غلطي نه کوي او له چانس څخه استفاده کوي سلاګ او شپږ منډې بالکل سلاګ سویپ او د ډیپ میډ وکټ فیلډر ته هیڅ چانس نه و چې دغه کیچ ترلاسه کړي
او کپتان حشمت شهیدي دلته په زړه پورې لوبېږي نور رحمان د حشمت شهیدي په وړاندې اولې نه څلورو توپونو باندې 15 منډې پرې راوستې های سکورر د روان شپږیزه لیګ تر ټولو زیاتې منډې جوړونکی لوبغاړی په یوه پاڼۍ کې البته وړاندې 102 منډې جوړې کړې وې نور رحمان البته خالد تڼیوال خو نور رحمان له هغه وړاندې یوه بله څلوریزه دلته میس فیلډینګ
او په دې سره امو نهنګانو لوبډله د 12 پوینټونو په ترلاسه کولو سره د پایلوبې پر لور 101 منډې هدف په 14 اوور کې پوره کول دا نو دغه ځوانو لوبغاړو چې د دې یادول ضرور دي نور رحمان چې هغه نړیوال جام کې کمنټیټر ویلو چې ریممبر د نیم هلته نو کارلوس بریټ وایټ د ویسټ انډیز لپاره 4 شپږیزې ترلاسه کړې وې دلته نو ریممبر د نیم نور رحمان ځوان لوبغاړی دی چې فکر کوم چې د شپږیزې په تاریخ کې چټکه سلیزه یې جوړه کړه په 40 توپونو او اتم لوبغاړی شو د شپږیزې په تاریخ کې چې سلیزه بشپړوي
روان لسم پړاو شپږیزه کې بیا دوهم توپوهونکی د خالد تڼیوال وروسته دغه څیره په زړه پورې اوپن باندې راغلی او نننۍ سیالۍ کې د امو لپاره بالکل حشمت الله شهیدي هم تشویق کړ حشمت الله شهیدي هم ډاډ ورکړ او د هغه د انینز او پاڼۍ ستاینه یې وکړه او ولې نه باید وشي څه ډول چې نوموړي نننۍ سیالۍ کې ولوبېده سمیع الله شینواري او بالکل شهزاد محمدي هر یو یې باید وستایي دغه ځوان څه ډول چې راغی 2023 کې فرست کلاس کې و خو هغومره موقع یې ترلاسه نه کړه بېرته یې له صفر نه پیل کو نور رحمان 2024 تیر کال یې ګریډ 2 وکړه همدا ډول فرست کلاس له راغی 2025 کې 2 سلیزې جوړې کړې واهان ملي شلوريز جام کې په زړه پورې و په دغه شپږیزې ته غوره شو او شپږیزه کې لومړۍ سیالیو کې هغه ډول نه و ځکه وروسته چانس ورغلی او نننۍ سیالۍ کې موقع وه په اوپن باندې راغی او خپل ځان یې ثابت کړ خپل استعداد یې وښوده سلیزه یې جوړه کړه او د روان لسم پړاو شپږیزې لیګ په یوه پاڼۍ کې تر ټولو زیاتې منډې جوړې کړې 115 ناټ آوټ
وروستی ملګرتیا د نور رحمان او اجاز مهري ترمنځ په 49 توپونو 99 منډې یعنی د 200 په شاوخوا کې په هر توپ باندې مثلا 2 منډې دوی جوړې کړي په 49 توپونو باندې 99 که سټرایک ریټ ته اړه وکړو انفرادي ډول باندې یو توپوهونکی دومره منډې جوړوي نو دلته هغه د توپوهونکو عملنامه ده چې یوازې د 3 توپوهونکو پر مټ دوی 101 منډې جوړې کړې چې نور رحمان 115 منډې ناټ آوټ 43 توپونو باندې 100 توپوهنه د دغه ځوان لوبغاړي امو نهنګانو نه یوازې دا چې بریا ترلاسه کړه بلکې په پایلوبه کې د مخکېدونکې لوبډلې مساینک لپاره یې د خطر زنګ هم ووهه که تاسو چیرته د شپږیزې په تاریخ کې 215 منډې جوړولی شئ موږ هم 101 منډې په 14 اورونو کې پوره کولی شو دا هم د توپچوونکو د بند امیر خامارانو هغه کارکردګي چې ملته ته بیان کا
رښتیا هم ښه کیسه نه ده د بند امیر لپاره یوازې نه یې وکټ اخیستونکی لال باز و چې وکټ یې ترلاسه کړله او نور که وګورو ایکسپنسیو قیمتي دي ټول 1491 سره بالینګ نجات مسعود همدا ډول 1491 سره لالباز 1491 سره قمر دغه ځوان لوبغاړي همدا ډول 1491 سره ګلبدین نایب هم اظهار درې اور نه وکړل یو څه ښه و او وروستي اور لپاره البته کومه چې پای وشوله 14 اور لپاره اشمت راغی 15 توپونو باندې 19 منډې پرې راغلې او دغه ټول د په زړه پورې نور رحمان هغه توپ وهنه وه
او دا هم غورچاڼ د 19مې لوبې د شپږیزې 10 پړاو بند امیر ټاس ګټلی و توپ وهنه یې غوره کړې وه 180 منډې جوړې کړې 15 لوبغاړي له لاسه ورکړي سیدت 15 عبدالهادي چټکې 9 منډې د شرف 2 وکټې د محمد ګل 1 وکټ او د آفتاب 1 وکټ د امو لپاره د یادونې وړ دي خو په دوهمه پاڼۍ کې د نور رحمان هغه نوم چې تر ډیره به د کورنۍ غړي د دوستان د کرکټ مینوال او هغه مینوال چې شپږیزه یې لیدلي نو د اننګز به ضرور په ذهن کې ولري
او کله چې عمران میر سره یو ځای شو پن باندې راغلی او نور رحمان پیل کې عمران میر هم ډېر په زړه پورې شاټونه د هغه له بیټ څخه او ډاون د ټرک هغه ډول کنیکشن نو سو ګران سایډ کې دغه شاټ راخیستل د نور رحمان شروع له دې ځایه د دغې باونډرۍ څخه او بیا یې هر توپ اچوونکي خلاف په زړه پورې توپ وهنه ترسره کړې ده عمران میر په پیل کې ورسره ښه یو ښه پارتنرشپ هول ټاس دغه ډبل توپونه یې ضرور تر باونډرۍ رسولي تاسو وګورئ کله هم چې بالر تر پریشر لاندې راوستی دی بیا یې ډېرې منډې اخیستې دي او دا هم د عمران میر وکټ وه لومړی وکټ وه چې دوی ترلاسه کړه
لومړی او وروستی وکټ وه ځکه له هغه وروسته دغه ډول کلاس شاټونه مخامخ او نیمه سلیزه د نور رحمان سلیبریشن چې زه یې پوره کوم دلته نو د ټولو چټکو سوکتو پچونکو الراونډر لوبغاړو ګلبدین نایب اسانه لوبغاړی نه دی دغه په وړاندې توپ وهنه دغه لیګ بریکر اظهارالحق نوید پر وړاندې دلته یو کیچ ډراپ شو د اسف موسازي له لوري خو له چانس نه په استفادې فاین لیګ طرف ته سکویر لیګ طرف ته څلوریزې او شپږیزې 218.4 سټرایک ریټ سره نور رحمان 115 ناسوځېدلې منډې جوړې کړې 43 توپونه یې ولوبول او دا هم وروستی توپ چې د مس فیلډینګ په وجه باندې 4 منډې راغلې او امو نهنګانو بریا ترلاسه کړه
احتیا هم ډېر مس فیلډینګونه موږ ولیدل په دغه سیالۍ کې د بند امیر لوبډلې کوم چې دوی ترسره کړل تقریبا 2 کیچونه د نور رحمان هم ډراپ شولو خو نور رحمان ته استفاده وکړه پوینټس ټیبل کې امو شاکس پایلوبه کې میساینک سره به پایلوبه ترسره کوي میساینک لوبډلې هم 10 پوینټونو سره ګروپ سټیج سیالۍ پای ته ورسېدلې بوس ډیفینډر لوبډله په درېیم مقام کې یو څه دوه سیالۍ وروستی بوس لوبډلې وبایللې کوم کې چې دوی ته اسانه وه تر څو بریا خپله کړې وې او باندې امیر لوبډله 2 پرلپسې سیالیو کې له ماتو سره مخامخ شو همغه چې 6 پوینټونو سره یې پای ته ورسوه 10 پړاو شپږیزه لیګ او سپین غر لوبډلې یوازې 2 سیالیو کې بریا خپله کړه او د ګروپ سټیج کې او همدا ډول د پوینټ ټیبل کې په وروستي مقام کې پاتې شوله سیالۍ پای ته ورسېدله خو راتلونکی میچ هم لرو یو بل
همداسې ده د اتصالات جام شپږیزې 10 پړاو XBull سیالیو شلمه لوبه د بوس ساتونکو د سپینغر پړانګانو ترمنځ ابراهیم زادران د راشد خان پر وړاندې دا سیالۍ به هم ډېره په زړه پورې وي که څه هم دواړه لوبډلې د پایلوبې ته د تګ چانس نه لري خو د لیدونکو او د نندارچیانو لپاره به په زړه پورې لوب وي حضرت الله زازي 13 پاڼۍ د نجیب الله زادران بیرته فوم ته راتګ کریم جنت راشد خان دغه نومونه دي چې دغه سیالۍ ته ښکلا وربخلی شي او د لمر تلویزیون لیدونکي د اروکوزیا راډیو اورېدونکي به له دغه سیالۍ خوند اخلي خو پایلوبه به ډېره زیاته په زړه پورې لسیزه به بشپړېږي په دغه سیالۍ سره د پایلوبې د شپږیزې ښه لنډه دمه لرو له هغه وروسته به پرزنټیشن سرمني د لوبې غوره لوبغاړی د ډېرو شپږیزو لوبغاړی به تاسو ته معرفي کېږي
ډایرکټران اصلي هند ډایرکټران
صحیح صدا د ګراوند است.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Hello.
نه بله
شروع Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, blessings and mercy of Allah the Almighty be on all of you. In a scintillating game of cricket, it has been a wonderful day of cricket out here at Shpageeza Cricket League 2025. Welcome you to the post-match presentation ceremony of this Etisalat Shpageeza Cricket League 2025, powered by XBull. Well, it's been a day for Noor Rahman to remember, who was promoted to bat up the order, chasing down 181, scored a brilliant 115, the second century of this Etisalat Shpageeza Cricket League 2025. And the important thing to notice is he goes past the fastest 100 in the history of the Shpageeza Cricket League, which previously was of Cameron Delport, who scored it back in 2017 of 44 deliveries. Today, Noor Rahman scored it of only 40 deliveries. That's absolutely an innings to remember for Noor Rahman. And what a win this has been for the Amo Sharks. They love chasing it down and chases down in a style inside 14 overs. در آغاز از کمک کنندگان مالی ما تشکری میکنیم. اتصالات، XBull انرژی، عزیزی بانک، ملت استیل، ایمارت گروپ، شفاخانه امیر حاجی زاده، افغان تلکام و ونی. همچنان مهمانان محترم همراه با ما هستند. از طرف چپ جناب نظیم جار عبدالرحیمزی، مسئول کرکت داخلی از کرکت بورد افغانستان، جناب احمد یما رشیدی، کارشناس برنامه‌ها و اسپانسرها از اتصالات افغانستان، جناب وسیع الله زاهد صاحب رئیس مطبوعات و آگاهی عامه شهرداری کابل، جناب منیر اطهر صاحب نماینده عزیزی بانک، جناب امین الرحمن مدیر ارشد مدیریت برنامه‌ها و لوجستیک کرکت بورد افغانستان، جناب سید نسیم سادات صاحب سخنگوی و مسئول روابط عامه کرکت بورد افغانستان، و بالاخره جناب صداقت صدیقی صاحب مدیر بازاریابی شفاخانه امیر حاجی زاده. And we have these distinguished guests here for a reason, and it is to give away the check and the trophies for some of the brilliant performances of the day. I'm sure you guys will all know who that one individual be who will be collecting most, if not all, of these trophies and checks. To start with, for most sixes of the match, it is a check of 10,000 Afghanis to be presented by Mr. Sadaqat Siddiqui to Mr. Noor Rahman, smashing 10 sixes. What a brilliant innings that's been. The second centurion and the highest individual score of 115 at this Shpageeza Cricket League 2025. For the stylish player of the match to collect a check of 15,000 Afghanis from Mr. Sayyid Naseem Sadat is again Noor Rahman for a brilliant 115 unbeaten of 43 deliveries. He'd also collect the trophy to the stylish player from Mr. Aminur Rahman. Noor khpala trophy ham de Aminur Rahman sahab sawakhla. For the game changer of the match to collect a check of 15,000 Afghanis from Mr. Munir Athar, again it is going to be Noor Rahman. We're not going to let you go, Noor. Come and collect another check of 15,000 Afghanis for the game changer of the match. We'll also collect the trophy to the game changer from Mr. Wasiullah Zahid. Wasiullah Zahid se batasota trophy hum darki. For the player of the match, he smashed the fastest 100 in the history of the Shpageeza Cricket League. 40 deliveries to his brilliant 100. He is Noor Rahman for the player of the match to collect a check of 15,000 Afghanis from Mr. Ahmad Yama Rashidi. The لوبه د غوړه لوبغاړي ترافي به هم تاسو د جناب نظیم جار عبدالرحیمزي صاحب څخه واخلئ، د کورني کرکټ مسؤل او همداراز د دغه ټورنمنټ مسؤل جار صاحب به تاسو ته ترافي هم درکړي. نور موږ سره به هم یو څو خبرې وکړې. ډېر زیات مبارک سه، خوندوره لوبه مو وکړه. په پیل کې دا راته ووایئ چې تاسو د شپږیزې په تاریخ کې د ټولو تیزه سلیزه ووهله، دا څه احساس لرئ؟
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. سر کې خو ټولو لیدونکو ته سلامونه او نیکې هیلې. الحمدلله د ما اول ځل شپږیزه او سر میچونو کې چانس رانغی نو موږ سره ټول سینیر پلیران ول نېشنل ټیم ټول پلیران ول نو ما ته امید اجي ویل ان شاء الله چې موقع به راځي هغې نه به ګټه اخلي
تاسو کله بیټینګ ته راغلی یو سل یو اتیا منډې دومره اسانه هم نه ولې خو تاسو ډېرې اسانه ښکاره کړلې څه سټراټیجي سره تاسو راغلي ولئ
بالکل زه ډاډه وم ان شاء الله چې کېږي T20 ما نه ډېر ښه کېږي کرکټ نو خپل گیم مې وکړه همغه وجه وسې رنز وسل
په ځانګړې توګه تاسو د دغې سلیزې د یاد شیبه کومه یې ووله
آخري بال چې په حشمت مې چوکه ووهه
داسې سکرپټ لیکل شوی یو چې باید د ملي لوبډلې په لوبډل مشر باندې تاسو څلوریزه پوره کړه او ډېر زیات مبارک سره ډېره خوندوره پاڼۍ مو وکړه تاسو ته د پایلوبې لپاره ښه بخت غواړو
مننه خیر سکور
Nur Rahman, who smashed the fastest 100 in the history of the Shpageeza Cricket League, smashing 10 sixes, said the moment to remember was when he hit the shot for a boundary to bring up his 100 against Hashmatullah Shahidi. Now may I call upon the losing captain, Hashmatullah Shahidi, words of encouragement to the young Nur Rahman. Hashmata, نن تاسو سره بختیاري ونه کړله اگر چې ټورنمنټ څخه تاسو د تیرو لوبې وروسته وتلي هم ولئ خو د نن لوبې لپاره تاسو ځانګړی پلان څه
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم بالکل پرون چې و د موږ لپاره یو ډېره سخته ورځ وه ځکه پرون موږ که میچ ګټلی و موږ ټورنمنټ کې فاینل ته هم لاره پیدا کولی شوه خو هغه میچ بایللو سره هلکان لږ ډاون شول او نن موږ کوشش وکړو چې نوي لوبغاړي کوم لوبغاړو چې لوبه نه وه کړې ځکه د هر سړي ارمان چې په دغسې ایونټ کې برخه واخلي لوبه وکړي نو هغو ته موږ چانس ورکړو او بیا هم د موږ په بالینګ ډپارټمنټ کې بالینګ لکه له اول میچ نه تر اخره پورې موږ یو ورځ هم داسې ښه بالینګ ونه کړه بیټینګ ښه شوی په ټول ټورنمنټ کې او ورسره فیلډینګ د ما په نظر چې دا مین ریزن ده چې هر میچ کې موږ 4-5 کیچ ډراپ کوو نن هم موږ تقریبا 3 کیچ ډراپ کړل
تاسو اورنج کیپ اخیستی ده تر اوسه خو تاسو سره ده وروسته که پایلوبه وګورو وفیولا هم هغلته ده نور لوبغاړي هم دي خو تاسو په خپله په بیټینګ کې دا کار وکړو نن مو بالینګ شروع کړو زه په بالینګ کې هم شروع کړم خو لږ ناوخته مو بالینګ پیل نه کړه
بیټینګ کې خو بالکل اوسه پورې ما سره ده چې څوک خواري کوي هر لوبغاړی خواري کوي د هر چا قسمت و نصیب کې الله پاک لیکړي هغه ته به ورسیږي او بل بالینګ کې نو ټول بالرانو هره اوور کې 17 رنزه ورکول ځکه ما وویل چې راځه ته خپله ټرای وکړه کیدای شي ویکټ راشي یا کیدای شي دوی در سره بلد نه خو بیا هم ما په اوور کې مې یو دوه مس فیلډینګ وشوله چې هغه باونډرۍ شولې نو همدا وجه وه چې ما غوښتل کیدای شي یو چانس ما باندې واخلي او ویکټ واخلم
لږ راسو تاسو پرفارمنس باندې دم سو تاسو ویلي ول چې تاسو ډېر ټریننګ کړی یو او د هغې نتیجه دا د تاسو په خپله په شپږیزه کې خپلو مینوالو ته وښودله د خپل بیټینګ نه څومره تاسو خوښ یاستئ
بالکل خواریم کړی وه محنت هم کړی و بیا هم خوشحاله یم چې اوسه پورې اورنج کیپ د ما سره ده او که څه هم د دې نه نور هم ښه کېدلی شو خو بس موږ خپل پوره انساني کوشش وکړو نو دې ته راورسېدو او انشاءالله اوس په دې ټورنمنټ کې هم کومې خامي کومې کمزورتیا چې ما ته خپله فیل کېدلې هغه باندې به زه انشاءالله په دې لنډو ورځو کې کار شروع کوم او خپل بیټینګ سکلز او فیلډینګ سکلز باندې به نور هم ځان پیاوړی کوم انشاءالله
ډېره مننه هیره دې نه تاسو یو ډېر خوندور کیچ د رحمت شاه هم نیولی یو ډېر مبارک ستاسو په ځان باندې مو ښه کار کړی او اورنج کیپ سره تر اوسه پورې ولاړ یاستئ په دې ټورنمنټ کې د راتلونکو لوبو د ملي لوبډلې لوبو لپاره تاسو ته ډېر ښه بخت غواړو
ډېره مننه فدایي صاحب خیر
This is Hashmatullah Shahidi and he believes that the hard work pays off and enjoys having the orange cape so far in the tournament. Winning captain Sharafuddin Ashraf to please have a few words with us. Sharaf ډېر مبارک سه څومره د خپل پرفارمنس نه خوښ یاستئ
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم ټولو نه مخکې د امو نهنګانو مینوالو ته مبارکي وایم ماشاءالله د موږ کوم ټیم چې سره کم لوبه وکړله ډېر زیات خوشحاله یو او موږ په دې باور درلودو چې موږ کولی سو چې پای لوبې ته لاره وموندو او ځکه څنګه چې ټیم زموږ دی څنګه چې زموږ کوچ او لوبغاړي دي لکه تاسو وګورئ چې نن په بینچ باندې نور رحمان ناست و هغه راغی داسې لوبه کوي نو ماشاءالله ډېر ترې راضي یو
د کپتان په صفت باندې راتلونکو لوبو لپاره عظمت الله عمرزي ته به سرخوږی ډېر نه وي چې اوس اوپننګ ته څوک راوباسي کوم بیټسمین راسي کوم بالر محمد الله ډېر ښایسته بالینګ وکړو نوي بال سره دا به لږ سرخوږی جوړ نه کړي د انتخاب په برخه کې
فکر کوم لکه ټول خپل ځانونه داسې پرفارمنسونه وکړو چې حقیقت هم سخته به وي خو ټول لوبغاړو ماشاءالله ډېر ښه بیټینګ وکړو فاست بالرانو ټول ښه بالینګ کړی دی خو بیا هم موږ به انشاءالله سبا چې فاینلي وکټ ویشتنځای او د مخالف لوبډلې لوبغاړو ته په کتو سره هغه چا سره ځو چې فکر وکړو چې انشاءالله موږ ګټې ته تمامېدی سي خو خوشبختانه زموږ دا دی چې هغه ټول لوبغاړي فورم کې دي ټچ کې دي لکه سره کم چې نور رحمان نن بیټینګ وکړو چې آوټسټینډینګ وکړو د هغه یو داسې کرکټر په دې ټورنمنټ کې ما ولید چې ډېر وخت هغه یو ټیم مین دی هغه هېڅکله داسې ځان ښکاره نه کړو چې زه خفه یم یا څه شی یم او دا خبره میچ نه مخکې ما ورته وکړله ما ویل چې تاسو ته موقع میدا کېږي دا 22 ګزه ځای دی دلته لوبه اصلي دلته ده نو دلته ځان وښیئ
بالکل ډیر مبارک سه پرپل کیپ هم تاسو ته مبارکي او دلته تاسو مینوال ده هغوی ته به تاسو کټ ورکوئ او دې سره به موږ بیا خپل دغه غونډه پای ته ورسوو
مننه ډېره مننه
That was Sharafuddin Ashraf who will give the kit. That has been an initiative from the ACB encouraging the young little fans and also super fans to come and watch the game from close. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the next match starting soon. This is it from the post-match presentation ceremony from us.